me and Ryan have been officially welcomed to the jungle that is Barstool Sports.
I brought it toward the Coyotes, and I asked them if it was okay if I joined the Spittin Chiclets podcast full time.
Ryan Whitney's got a pink Whitney out there now.
Sandbagger, get that on camera.
Keith Yandel, the song man, is a full-time member.
Marley just got an assist from
Chris Beach. Whoa, we're buzzing right now. Sonk.
What is up, folks? Welcome to episode 608 of the Spittin Chiclets podcast, presented by Discover. Sponsored by Discover, the official credit card of the National Hockey League. No matter if your team wins or loses, Discover is there for you with cash back on all your post-game purchases. With the Discover IT card, you earn cash back on every purchase. So celebratory wings just got even tastier. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Cash back on team gear, cash back on tickets, cash back on French fries, they love saying, cash back on everything. The Discover NHL Winter Classic is taking place this week, January 2nd, 2026 in Miami, Florida. Tune into TNT. Biz and the crew will get you ripping for Rangers, Panthers. Get cash back on every purchase with the Discover IT card. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Boys. Boys.
Yeah.
Much to catch up on. What a great week. I still love you guys. Christmas is over, but I still love the hell out of you.
Thank you.
I was wondering if you were going to say that.
We got the NHL back, and Christmas in my household right now is just a special thing. And Keith, I'm sure it feels like 2 seconds ago, the girls were waking up with the excitement of Santa and the joy and the kids' enthusiasm, like seeing life through your children's eyes at this age. It's the best. So I know now it's a little different for you. I'm sure it's still great. Biz, I don't know how your Christmas was. Where were you?
I was at home, buddy. I was just going to bed at like 10 o'clock and waking up around 10:30 and catching
12
up on
hours.
Yeah,
Nice.
buddy. I go deep when I get the chance to. So pretty uneventful Christmas for me, but I couldn't have been happier. Just relaxing, resting, no work, no stress. And just kind of taking it all in. And also like getting to enjoy my place finally, right? Took fucking 3 years to get it done. Right?
Yeah. I know. And you really only had like your birthday party with the Technicolor raincoat, and other than that, like there's not much time there for you.
No.
Yeah.
We finally got the butt plug linked up to the sink system in the house.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So when you turn the sink on, it vibrates?
No, I meant like synced up, not like to the actual sink. I think you're thinking about like the garburator or the Is that what you call them?
He's thinking
Wait, what did you call it?
SINK.
I think it's called
what is it?
the
Garburator?
disposal?
Yeah, garbage disposal. Don't some people call it the garburator?
Yeah, Canadians do.
That's a Canadian thing. Okay, so Canada, I apologize. I love you.
All right, thank you.
Keith,
Biz, did
how
you
was
even
your
have
Christmas?
a Christmas tree?
No Christmas tree. Not
Man,
like
did
nothing.
you watch a Christmas movie?
Oh, no, he's Kwanzaa guy now.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so
Good call.
I watched There Will Be Blood twice.
Shut the
I
fuck
don't
up,
believe
dude.
you. This is
I
content
swear to
right
God.
now.
I swear to God. And what's even crazier is I uncovered something different about the movie that I hadn't like the first 55 times I watched it.
You're like, they actually are looking for oil. Biz, the
It
second
should be
time,
called
why
There
not
Will Be Oil.
Why not? Why not another great movie you haven't seen that we've talked about for the second one?
Because I want to get deeper. Just like the drilling, I want to get deeper. You guys, like everybody. By the way, I believe New York Times, not saying that any of these like magazines or these companies deserve more stock than the next about how they rank movies. Like I'm not saying that the person at New York Times did a better job than Tarantino, although I do think that they did a better job. They put There Will Be Blood as I think that the third best movie of all time. So one thing that I didn't realize was that Paul Dano, he plays both like they're twin brothers in the movie. So when he goes originally to go meet with Daniel Plainview, I believe he's the brother Paul, and he's not the hardcore priest one. He's the one who originally tells him that there's oil on that land. And then when you get there for the meal and everything like that, it's Eli, the other brother, who's like the hardcore priest. The problem is, I don't know if they did a good enough job explaining it, But the problem is that the priest's brother originally was supposed to be played by somebody else, but I think he was a little too intimidated by Daniel Day-Lewis. So after a few like days of shooting, he fucked off. So he had to play both twin brothers. So we don't need to get too deep into the weeds here on There Will Be
Why?
Blood.
We've never done it.
I
We should
know.
go into the movie.
It is a great Christmas movie. It teaches you a lot about being about giving, like essentially giving away all your land and oil for nothing to Daniel Plainview.
When I think of There Will Be Blood, I legit think of Santa.
Yep.
I think of Christmas trees and just like beautiful lights and like carols.
A lot of joy.
You're
lot
right.
Of joy.
You're right. You're
lot
right.
Of joy.
Biz, I do think that based on our group chat the past like 6-7 days, you've been in the best mood. Like cracking more jokes than you have ever in a long time. Like I'm like, this guy is in a great mood. Keith, you agree?
Yeah, 100%. You could tell he hasn't had to travel back and forth, coast to coast, all that shit. So yeah,
and giving a bunch of ha double clicks on messages.
I always give the ha double clicks. No,
Sometimes I feel like you're a tough ha double click guy. Like when I get one from you, I'm like, that was funny what I just said. But this week you were giving them out like Daniel Plainview was taking oil.
Yeah.
So
I'll start snapping around more. I usually do a pretty good job of giving. I love the reaction to the message. I don't usually like write a response. I usually do the ha, the thumbs up, the crying face. I told you, me and Gary Bettman, we're emoji gang, baby.
True.
That's what we do. That's
true.
What about you? How was the gift giving? Because at that point, I believe Bree had just gotten back from Hawaii, right?
She got back Christmas Eve morning. Just a great feeling seeing her walk through the door. Just one of those like, whoo, we're back. The fam's together again. Yeah, here's Cal.
Yeah.
It was funny. She walked in the door. I think people with young kids may know this, that Cal's 18 months. She was gone 6 nights. She walked in. He looked at her, stank eye, and like Heisman Trophy, like, get the fuck away from me. And then it was about 15 minutes later, he walked back into the kitchen and looked at her and ran at her yelling mama. So he was more like, I don't know if he was like, I don't really like remember you right now because we didn't FaceTime with her. I didn't have her FaceTime with him once because it would have been a disaster hanging up. So it was just Ryder and Wyatt FaceTiming with her. So it was more like, or he was like, fuck you for leaving that long.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna put you in the corner for 10, 15 minutes. But it was great. I mean, we had an awesome Christmas Eve. We had a great Christmas. It was just my parents, right? We're usually with Bree's family, and they're all in Hawaii. 50 of them in Hawaii for they were there for like 10 days. So it was very relaxing. Big present this year was a bubble hockey machine. Now, Ryder had been asking for the bubble hockey machine since like January 1st of this year, right? He'd been leading up 12 months. I want a bubble hockey machine. And I'm like, no, I'm just telling Bree, like, no, I looked at Super Checks. It's $5,000. I'm like, there's just no way. We went to New York. Remember when we went to New York to do some stuff? And we were in the Barstool office. I want to say it was October-ish. And I walk in, and there's a Chiclets bubble hockey machine from Chiclets Cup a few years ago when it was in Buffalo, our last one in Buffalo. I was like, hey, is this like used a lot? And I think Nate was like, no, we're trying to get rid of this thing. Like nobody uses it, taking up space. I'm like,
wow.
No way.
Gift from God.
So they sent it, and then that was like, they opened up some presents. I was like, why don't you guys check the basement? Sometimes Santa Claus, he just crawls down there and maybe leave something as a surprise. And I videoed it, and they're walking down. I had the lights off, and he turns on the lights. And that was the moment, like, Ryder and Wyatt, it made me so happy thinking about it. Like, I'll never forget it. Now, I'm like, Ryder, listen, you can't play this thing alone. And he's pretty good at it. Like, he plays it all the time at Wollaston. So Wyatt played with him one time and walked upstairs all pissed off. I'm not playing anymore. He's too good at it. I don't like that game. Okay. So I went down, and he's been, like, drumming me and Bree. So then when he went to bed 2 nights ago, I set up the defenders in like the best places possible, kind of how he always sets up so I can't make passes. And I practiced for like an hour, just little dishes, like finding the seam, like I did when I played.
Good for you, man, taking that extra ice time.
Exactly. I should have done that when I played, but I'm finding the seam And then yesterday, 6-1, 7-0, and he's on the verge of tears. I'm like, you crying? You
Fuck
crying?
'em.
No.
Fuck them
So now
kids.
I'm improving. And then the other moment of Christmas that I think was great, it was actually the next day. Wyatt's had a loose tooth forever. I tried pulling it out one day. He's like yelling, ah. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna like scar him pulling this tooth out. And then he walked up yesterday or a couple days ago, and he's like, I said, where's your tooth? It was out. And he's like, oh, I know where it is. And he ran over to the couch. I'm like, why would it be here? And he showed us he'd just been going up to the couch, rubbing his mouth on the end of the couch.
Whoa.
I'm like, but buddy, he swallowed that tooth.
Okay.
100%. So
Okay.
I'm like, oh shit. So I found a popcorn kernel. Thank God. Same size as a tooth on the floor. Because they'd had popcorn the night before watching a movie. And I was like, I got it. He's like, let me see. I'm like, no. It's got to go in the case for the tooth fairy. So but he knows he swallowed it, I think. He's like, I didn't swallow it, right? I'm like, no, I have it. It's in the case. You just can't see it. So, I mean, a little interesting. Like now Bree's like, I want to check his poop and find the tooth. I'm like,
Yeah, I was thinking the poop check.
You can go. I'll go back to Hawaii. I'll go to Hawaii. You can check the poop for the tooth. You know, I've been called poop tooth before when my tooth was dying and it was orange, it was brown and gross. I'm like, that's a legit poop tooth if you want to go through a log looking for a little baby dolphin tooth. But a great week. I got Meta glasses. Those things are sick.
Oh,
I sent
nice.
the picture to G. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I haven't used them yet. It's kind of creepy that you can just film like anything you want. It's like, I'm like, how is this allowed?
Oh,
But
wow.
they're
Okay.
cool.
So if you're walking around having a conversation on the street, you can record
Dude.
other people.
Dude, you press the button and it's recording until you press the button again. Like
Is
whatever
it
you're
pretty
looking at.
noticeable that you're doing that, like with the
So
glass?
I don't
Not
think so.
really.
I was wondering, Keith, because Lola got him or Mila,
Lola got him, yeah.
and there's no red light on when it's recording, is there?
A green light turns on right away, and then there's no light. Because we were on the plane, we were flying somewhere, and the stewardess had them, and I'm like, why do your glasses have that hole in the side? She was like, oh, it's a camera. They're camera glasses. And Lola asked this lady like 50 questions about them. So yeah, she got those.
Was
for
she
Christmas.
wearing them just in case, like she ends up in one of those plane scenarios that happen
Maybe
over the
that's
holidays, especially like people just losing their minds? Delayed flights, sitting on the tarmac 3 hours, and next thing you know, they're going fucking toe to toe like Scotty Sabrin, fucking in the aisle.
Yeah.
Jesus, them and Wi-Fi just going fucking toe to toe. Give me my goddamn drink. Where's my Chardonnay?
That motherfucker ain't real, Tiffany Gomez style. Hanks
I forgot to mention one thing is obviously when I'm home for extended period of times, I get to go to the Thai Royal. And a few times before the last time I went, they're trying to get me to do the two girls. Well, like I'm like, oh no, I'm good. Like just one girl in there, right? And then the last time,
Unlike you.
What's that?
Nothing.
You're a fucking idiot. So I say no, and then one girl walks in, and they must have snuck another lady behind her. So next thing you know, this lady's like walking on my back, and then this other one starts like rubbing my calves. So I was a little startled where I hadn't even heard her come in the room. Like she did it very quietly at the same time as the first girl. And like I was going to say something, but then I just kind of let it play for the next like 2-3 minutes. And I was zonked within 5. And I don't know if I'll ever get another massage with one person. I am so over getting the one person massage.
So they knew. They're like, this guy, he wants it. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
They like, I think because I'm in there so frequently, and like the basically making me ask her to like go back over my hamstrings again and again. Like she's probably like, she's like, don't send me back in there. You know, so I don't know if anybody who's listening has ever gotten the 2-lady Thai massage. It's the fucking play. It was $500 massage for 2 hours.
No way, dude. For an hour?
No, 2 hours. I got 2 hours,
okay.
2 ladies, and then it was like with tip. I think it was $500. Like I think though that if I could get that done twice a week, like I would give them the keys to my house, just to live here. Just live here and make sure I get 3 of these a week and fucking take half my shit.
Biz, they say the forehand massage, but you're doing the 4 feet massage, right?
No, the one lady to start is on top with the bars, and then she's digging her fucking feet knuckles into your back and your posterior chain, and then the other lady's going with the hands on the calves and right behind the knee.
So they say that a forehand massage is like the best thing that you can do, because when you're getting just 2-hand massage, your brain kind of like can tense up or whatever. But when there's so much going on that your brain doesn't know, so it's just like a way better massage.
But normally I'm focused on like how tight my posterior chain is, where bingo, you fucking nailed it. Like my mind didn't know where to go other than into a deep sleep hitting REM cycle. Good thing I didn't piss all over the place at the time masseuse. But anybody who's listening, and if you're stressed out, you just finished a tough holiday, moving that fucking elf every night over, waking up early, setting the alarm clock, go get a 4-wrister massage.
Hey, by this time next year, Biz is going to have like 7 chicks on his back walking around, $9 million in massage.
By the way, like the owner might have been like, hey, I don't care what he says. We're sending another girl in because I've been losing girls left and right to plantar fasciitis walking on this guy's rock hard hamstrings once a week. And I'm not losing anymore.
I'm going to have fucking ice raid in my house. I'm going to about 10 of them live here.
They got Timberlands on, fucking walking on his back.
Shout out to the mini daycare systems. You want to get rich? Open up a daycare in Minnesota.
Yep.
Incredible story there. Check it out. But other than that, we're on to the new year. We're on to the Outdoor Classic, and we're on to some incredible NHL storylines.
Can I just mention one more thing? I'm so excited for this Winter Classic. I just think a tad bit of a miss at the fact that it's not the Battle of Florida. Imagine what just happened a few days ago, and then leading into this fucking spectacle on outdoors, get the whole fucking state getting together for an absolute shit show NASCAR event, basically, like at Bristol when they're just fucking hammering the walls. Like that would be top titty in my opinion. We got the New York Rangers, who have gone 50% of the periods this season without scoring, rather than getting Tampa in there, who's top team, in one of the top teams in the league, going against their divisional rival outdoor game in Florida. I think it was maybe a tad of a miss. Am I crazy here?
No,
am I crazy?
They should have done a home and home with them, like one outdoor game in Tampa, because they're having one there as well, and then one here, Battle of Florida. Like the teams are good enough now. The teams are, I mean, obviously they've won the cups the last 10 years, but it's like, have these guys going when every eyeball is on the NHL.
So I mean, Jan's just touched on it. They got the Stadium Series in Tampa, and then the Winter Classic in Florida. They're obviously doing a good job of capitalizing off the growth and interest in hockey in Florida. I just think they should have done a doubleheader where they play against each other, home and away outdoor game.
Yeah, that's what Keith just said.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I thought you. My bad.
I can't wait for it.
I mean, the Rangers. My temple next time she's up there.
Biz, you sent over that stat. The Rangers have failed to score in 76 of the 120 periods of hockey they've played this year. So as of right now, there's a 63% chance they will be shut out any period they play in.
Holy
like
shit.
What the? How do you even describe that? I looked the other night when they got shut out. I'm like, this is unbelievable. This team, they can't score. They cannot score goals. They have one of the best goalies in the world. This guy's incredible, and they just can't score. So
pretty remarkable, though, that they're tied for the same amount of points as the last wild card right now. So
I know.
Pretty impressive. They're somehow still getting it done despite their shitty offense.
Yeah. So we brought up something texting, and I looked into a little bit. On the 27th, I was just kind of like appalled that there wasn't a game until 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I thought there'd be a noon. I thought there'd be a 2. I thought there'd be a 4, just kind of all day. Apparently, I think this is CBA related.
Oh, okay.
Where you get the 24th, 25th, 26th off.
23rd too.
No, there was
okay, you're right. Yeah, they played
23rd's the big night. I think there was 13 games, 14 games.
So 3 days off.
27th, you're flying day of the game.
Oh.
So that kind of, But it's almost like, I don't want to, that's 3 full days off for everyone, which is nice. So that made more sense. But I was like, I feel like you're missing a little bit, not just getting some games ripping all day the 27th.
I don't know. RA was responding to Commodore on Twitter, so he might be bringing it later for RA's world. Shout out to the rear. But Commie was saying other sports do it. Would you want to see hockey play games on Christmas? I kind of agreed with RA where I'm like, there's all these people in TV and production that also have to work. Like, give the players a proper 3 days off.
Yeah.
I think they deserve the rest. And there's plenty of hockey coming, especially on Boxing Day, which is when they start the World Junior Tournament. So you do somewhat get your fix. And if anything, maybe then just start the World Juniors on the 25th if you do want hockey. I'm sure those kids would love to be front and center.
And they're already there. Like they're already at the tournament. They've been there for a week. Yeah, I think starting on the 25th, that's a great idea for the World Juniors.
That's what that tournament should do. Although that's also creating all of the people working. It's RA's thing's more about the workers.
But as Yan said, like this year,
there.
Where's the World Junior Tournament?
Minnesota.
Mini. So like,
Somalia.
They got a busy few weeks here. But like most of those people are traveling, are already there working. So you might as well just turn it on and get the fucking thing over earlier. But anyway, we got some other stuff to get to. Do you guys want to start with the Battle of Florida and that fucking game the other night? Or do you want to start with the other team in New York?
And I can't wait to talk about Buffalo. This Buffalo storyline is just, it's incredible. But I don't mind talking about Florida, Tampa, because the preseason madness, we remember, and we looked forward to that first game. And like usual in this league, when the build-up's so crazy, nothing really happened.
Well, remember it was like 3 months. They didn't play for like 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, from the madness in the preseason, whenever the first game in the regular season was, there wasn't anything that went on. Sabrin is a madman, Biz.
Madman.
Complete madman.
I told you, boys.
Yeah, you did call this. I don't know him. Do you know him personally or just what you've seen?
I play with him. I won a Calder Cup with him, man, and he's a nail gun. Like with the way that like how active today's heavies are. I know he's a little bit on the lighter side for a heavyweight. I would say that he's coming in around 210, maybe 215. Like you get like the Deloriers. Although Olivier, I don't think is like overly big. Like he might be like 220. I think that he could chuck him with the best of the heavies. And the best thing I like about Sabrin, and you saw it against Wi-Fi, Arbor Jackeye, the following night after this chaos, is he's chucking him old school, boys. And if he gets clipped the way that he gets clipped and he gets knocked out, he ain't changing his style up. Because I saw it happen to him in the minors, where the next time he fought, he opened up the same fucking way and he's throwing those lefts heavy, and then he'll clip the next guy. So guys who throw like that, I have so much fucking respect for. Like, I never threw that way. I always talk about who was also on that Calder Cup team, Josh Gratton, where Jans, you played with him in Arizona. And I mean, were you there when he fought Mark Bell in Chicago?
The craziest fight was him and Hordichuk in Nashville.
There you go. Another one.
Two killers.
They're teeing off at each other's faces.
That I got ran by Hordichuk in the corner, and I was skating up the ice near the bench, and he grabbed me off the bench, pulled himself on, went out, and they just went toe to toe. And I remember all of his teeth were out. He buckled, then came back up and started throwing again. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Come in the locker room after, and you know how everyone, I'm like, hey, dude, thanks, whatever, appreciate it. He's like, oh, I've been looking forward to losing all these teeth.
Like, that's not a normal human response.
Josh Gratton was once cut about this wide and about half an inch deep, and you could see the bone to his skull, and he didn't bleed a drop.
No.
Like,
I thought you told me you never saw him bleed.
He's a nail gun. And going back to Scotty Sabrin and how he's been introduced to this rivalry, where I feel like Florida was taken over. Florida, between Gadjevich, Greer, they're a bunch of bullies, man. And that's what they are. And I love the fact that they've built themselves that way. And I feel like a lot of people, especially the casual American fan, they like their hockey with a little bit of violence. And we've seen the uptick in that and how people are really starting to enjoy that style of game. Well, Tampa Bay Lightning, they clearly were like, we need to address this and have a guy that we can trust. And Scotty Sabrin, from the minute he got there in preseason to what we saw the other night, is clearly that guy. He went over for the fucking Inglewood chop on who was it? Was it Forsling he ended up doing that chop to? So basically his mentality is, okay, Greer's not going to fight me, or your mutants who run around all game wreaking havoc aren't going to fight me. I'm going to go after the head of the snake. And then you saw all the melee ensue after that. So
it was Mikkola. I think he got.
Okay, I thought it was okay. Then he got Mikkola, and then Forsling actually came over to defend him, and then he started chucking on him. So that was the big chaotic scene. And Jens, you're obviously a big Florida guy. I don't know how much talking to you're doing about these guys, but they probably want Sabrin's head on a platter at this point.
Yeah, I would imagine. And honestly, he deserves some of the credit for bringing kind of the rivalry to where it is. Like the shit that he pulled in preseason. He smashed Ekblad from behind, then just dropped his glove in one bang. I think he like ruptured his eardrum. So like this guy,
Ekblad's?
I'm pretty the one in preseason, yeah. And it's like this guy knows what he's doing, knows what it's going to take to stick in the NHL, because he's been in the minors a long time, right? So it's like, I'm here, I'm going to be a piece of shit, especially against our team's biggest rival. So I love it. I would hate playing against them, but you know, as a hockey fan, it's great to see. And Florida too, like you said, Tampa bullied us when I was in Florida for years, right? And now Florida's been doing it to them. So it's like, okay, you got to change the guard back. But Florida's not a team that's going to be pushed over lightly. Like, do they need someone that's, you know, willing to go him more so than maybe Greer or Gazovich? I don't think so, because, you know,
Gazovich can go, man. I think he's more of a heavy than maybe.
Is his
Greer
hand hurt? I think his hand or thumb might be hurt. Maybe that's, I don't know.
Oh, but he must be fucking licking his chops. Same with Tkachuk. I think the next day is when Tkachuk had the practice jersey on and with skating with the boys. You could only imagine he wanted to be out there so bad.
Oh yeah.
But the biggest thing, the biggest guy that's really started this is Greer. Dude, what a player he's become.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And last year was like 150 PIMs, played a huge role in the playoffs, winning the cup. This year, I think, what is he? He's got 15 points. He's got 7 goals. Every team wants to kill him, right? And he's actually willing to fight at times too. Like he is the perfect Florida Panther. Like you watch him, and even though like I can't stand the Panthers, I'm like, I gotta like tip my cap to this guy because I hate him so much rooting against the team he's on. And he just does that to perfection. So he started all this madness. I guess basically there's been a few different guys that it began with. And then he continues to run around, but he'll also chip in offensively. Kucherov's heating up. Kucherov had 2 goals that game. He had 2 goals against Montreal. And then the other guy in Florida that we keep, like, Marchand has 21 goals.
Fucking
It's
crazy,
insane
man.
what
He has
doing.
21 fucking goals, dude. It's not even January. And like what he's done for that team. And then looking right now, Florida has 3 games in hand with Detroit. They are 7 points back. Now, I love the Wings. I love what's going on there. Awesome.
We're going to get to them.
We'll get to them in a little bit.
Fucking Leafs
and
for the third time.
Holy. We talk about Cider. You got the other Twin Tower, Edmonton. But 3 games in hand, 7 points back of the first in the division. I'm pretty sure that Florida or Tampa's winning that division. No disrespect to Detroit. They're in the playoffs, no doubt. I love the team. But I don't want to see Florida and Tampa play in the first round again. I don't want that. Last year, it didn't live up to what we thought.
I disagree with you. I disagree. Dude. The reason I disagree with you, buddy, is because I want to guarantee that they meet up.
Yeah. Okay.
And they've both won. They both won their 2 cups, man. Like, fucking, let's let somebody else have a chance. I want a chance to win. But going back to that conversation about Greer, and it's funny because when I was playing with Sabrin in the minors, when we moved over to Ontario, we played against that Greer, who was, I want to say, close to a point per game player in the American Hockey League.
Wow.
He was playing with the San Antonio Rampage at the time. So not only, like at that point, he wasn't fighting nearly as much. He still had that piece of shit player in him, but he was fucking playing, 16 to 20 minutes every night there. So I just think it's a lesson to be learned for all these kids. We kind of harp on it probably every like 10 podcasts where you could be a point per game player in the A But if you're if you're over 6 foot and you're 200 pounds, you got to start playing with some edge. Start playing like a piece of shit, because you can get up to the NHL and play 10, 12 minutes and then start earning your respect. And next thing you know, you're earning 7 digits and playing on a Stanley Cup team like Greer. So the Battle of Florida does not disappoint. An awesome game. And going back to Tampa, man, like, a little bit depleted. They've been a little banged up, but fucking back-to-back wins on the weekend to well, at least they had the top spot in the division until the Wings ended up winning to put themselves back in that spot. But plus 25 goal differential. They got both goalies kicking, and then they lock in JJ Moser to a nice little long-term deal there.
So I think one of you guys disagreed with me on the group chat. I see a little bit of like Gustav Forsling in him. Like, and by the way, and that's like maybe a little bit of a reach. Maybe he doesn't skate that well. But, dude, he's an all-around, like, nice player. That with Hedman injured and McDonough injured, this guy can play. Like, we've seen the numbers. I forget who sent them over between, like, under-the-hood Pasha stats with him versus Sergachev. It's not really close.
Yeah.
And at the time of that trade, it was like, oh, what does Tampa know here? And Sergachev's had some really good moments with Utah, but he had that bad injury, and now Moser's coming over, and you're like, whoa, this guy – he's only 25. He can play. He can move. He's great defensively. And the crazy thing is I think his new extension, he makes more than Forsling.
Yeah, he makes just over 7, right? Where Forsling, you can't...
a little under 7, I think.
No, I think he makes 7.25, doesn't he? Or am I going crazy?
6.75.
6.7. 6.7.
Isn't Forsling 5.75 or something ridiculous?
Crazy,
something ridiculous.
That's a joke.
If you asked Coyotes fans, they would say that JJ Moser was flying under the radar. Like Coyotes fans loved him. He was in that 40-point range, solid defensively, great puck mover. I would say that most people would have said he could be like number 4 on a Stanley Cup winning team. Now, the way that he's playing this year, if you go under the hood numbers, now he's getting a little bit more ice time due to the injuries. He's playing like a top pairing D-man. Defensively, going against harder matchups, playing up to that level, yet still contributing offensively. So I think that if he finds himself in the middle of what we've seen in the past, like even with the Coyotes, to what he is now, I think that's an unbelievable number, especially moving forward. Like I don't assume that he's going to keep up the way that he's playing now. Cause like I said, right now he's playing like a top pairing defenseman. But if he does, man, what a fucking move. Like another massive, massive W from Brisebois to free up cap space. You don't feel the loss of Sergachev because a guy like that's able to step in. And once again, a guy who was flying under the radar. Like I don't think many people were talking about JJ Moser outside of Arizona. And Pasha's gotten to hang out with him, and I've heard nothing but good things about as far as how good of a guy he is. He's funny in the locker room and just a great guy to have on your team.
I did not know he was Swiss. I didn't know he was Swiss.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Like I'm saying last year or something, I was like, oh, like I didn't know that. I would have guessed a Finn, maybe.
Yeah, it's also too biz. Like when you see that number 675 or whatever, like it could kind of be like, oh wow, that's a lot of money. But it's nowadays that's the 10 years ago that's the $4.5 million range, where the 675 is where if you're a good 4 or 5 defenseman, you're gonna get that.
Yeah.
Or 3 or 4.
I think if you're a good 4, you can get that.
Yeah.
So you think when I signed 6 times 4, now it would be 6 times 6, 6?
Yes, 6 times 7 or 6 times 6, 7, 5. Yeah.
Wow. What a league. Good for these guys.
Unreal.
Good for these guys.
I mean, you talked about Cooch.
Cooch, man.
I watched that Hagel. That Hagel is a fucking gamer, dude.
Water bug.
What he's able to do, like points also starting to pick it up a little bit.
Oh, the pass he gave to Cooch in that Florida game, backhand. He gave a couple to Cooch. It was sick.
I think most Tampa fans would I think he had an okay start right off the hop point, but there was a stretch there where he was struggling, did not look like himself. I want to say he even missed a little bit of time.
Well, we were told by a buddy. Remember, he was going through some stuff.
He was going through some personal stuff too. So I don't know how many people sometimes these guys go through these stretches where they're struggling and they don't hear about injury, don't hear about anything, and just assume everything's fine. But he looks to be back in fine form. And if anybody had any question marks about Hagel, after being announced to the Four Nations and then now for sure probably a shoe-in for the Olympics, just an absolute honey badger. Like the way that he forechecks, the way that he breaks up plays, how he can play with top-end guys, like just the type of guy you need in your lineup. And I just love watching him play.
And then Gensel is the silent, one of the most silent, deadly players. Short-handed too. It looked like they had the angle on him. I remember it might have been Ekblad, and it's just like that guy is a silent assassin. One of the top dogs in the NHL that if you ask any player, they're like, oh, he's unbelievable. Like he doesn't make mistakes and he's great defensively and he just scores big goals. But fans, like as a whole, like I don't think that they know a ton about him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but Tampa looks good. Florida's humming along, and Florida should be very interesting to watch in that outdoor game. You said it was outdoors. The Marlins Stadium, does the roof open?
Yeah,
I think like a little bit, just like a sliver.
Okay. Well, we can head up north and stay in the division, and Biz has the jersey on, and the Buffalo Sabres and this storyline right now is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
This could be the end of it, though.
No, the end of it is what is coming, because whenever I say the opposite happens, I said 0.00, wouldn't even get the 0.01% chance they make playoffs. They've ripped off 8 in a row, 7 in a row since then, 8 in a row overall. They have the Blues, I believe, tonight.
Yeah. Monday night.
They should win that game now. They might lose. Now, if they win that game, though, we're dropping the wagon shirts again. I will guarantee a loss to Dallas if they beat St. Louis and we drop the wagon shirts. I'm telling you, there's just no chance that shirt is going to do any good. And I think there's Sabres fans out there that are like, if you drop that fucking shirt, I'm going to show up to your little pad in Scottsdale, Biz, and I'm going to burn it down with a bunch of Thai massage ladies.
10 Thai midgets if they do. So I got the place surrounded. But they shouldn't be mad at me because I remember our preseason previews and there was one guy who believed in this team. And I said the only chance that they have of making it is because they picked up Alex Lyon. I said that. Go find the fucking clip, right?
He just gets teams in the playoffs.
He just gets teams in the playoffs, man. Wow. And here we are, 8 in a row. I mean, I got a crazy thing to talk about too, is on the 13th, I've been asked to go do my first ever Between the Benches game for NHL on TNT.
Buddy, you're going to be good at that.
It's in Buffalo, dude. They asked me to go interview the coaches during the game. But dude, I said that Lindy Ruff was going to get canned after they won they won their first one of this 8-game heater. I'm like scared of the guy now.
Yeah.
But there was rumors everywhere that when Kekalina came in, like the coach was next.
And
like, that wasn't just like, that was like Elliott saying that. It wasn't just like us idiots.
So he goes from basically being on the chopping block to where he's giving hairy knuckles in the hallways to the boys coming through. I think it was Bo Byram who got the winner the other night, and he's in the hallway giving the hairy knuckles to him. Like now he's fucking one of the guys up for the Jack Adams.
Oh yeah.
Talk about a swing. It's like McClellan the other year where LA was the best team in the league through 10 games, and then 15 games later he was unemployed. So this is just and like where else to start? I guess I'll say the defense. Matthias Samuelsson, who was just getting carved, man. They wanted this guy off the team They wanted this guy off the team probably 15, 20 games ago. Why do you have that smirk on your face?
Because I was reading about him this morning, and that game against the Bruins was one of the best games a defenseman's had in the NHL this year.
Analytics, you name it. Test.
A goal, 2 assists, 6 hits, 3 block shots, and 25 minutes of ice time. And get this, they were 0-12 in the last 2 years without Rasmus Dahlin. Boom. Wow. They get that win. And Samuelsson had the funniest quote, too. He goes, I don't know if it was before or after the game. He's like, I know that this crowd's still in the middle of their holiday benders. And if you want to talk about holiday benders, you can mention any other city in the country or the world. Then you go to Buffalo. And those holiday benders are shitting your pants.
Oh, yeah.
And like fighting an uncle and just rooting on the Bills and the Sabres. and they came out in full force. It was their 5th sellout of the season, already more than last year.
Wow.
So, buddy, they are alive in Buffalo. And what did we say? These fans deserve it, Biz.
Oh, they fucking deserve it. And going back to Samuelson, I mean, they like I said, about 15, 20 games ago, I think they were questioning this guy, putting him on the chopping block. Now he's lugging 26 minutes a night.
He had the A on his jersey.
They got A on his jersey, and they have a part up on the top concourse, like in the stands, where it's Saint Samuelson. He has his own like Saint section now. So they are just double wristing this guy, and they can't get enough of him. And I think that the expectation when they sign him to that 8-year deal at a ridiculous number, like we talked about JJ Moser number or Forsling number, I think Samuelson might be in like the $4 million number. Maybe
and it was
even
a deal
high.
at the time. We were like, "What is this? Like, who is this guy?" He had played like 70 games, I think.
Yeah.
I think he played under a full season at that time, and shout out to Bo Byram too, man. He's starting to look like Shakira hips, like the poor man Makar that they were thought.
Because he's playing with him, right? Like they're feeding off each other. They're a nice fucking pair back there.
They're a nice pair. And obviously you don't want to see Dahlin out of the lineup. I know that he was back home tending to his wife and dealing with his own personal issues. But with his absence, these guys are getting a little bit more ice time. Same with Owen Power, too, who's looked pretty solid the last few games. I think Bo Byram's got 5 points in his last 3. So the defense has been rock solid. I was calling them out before this win streak about being the softest D-core in the league. And
Michel Therrien, soft.
And sometimes that's all it takes is a little call out. And I mean, I'll throw it over to you guys for that forward group, but they got some fucking juju clicking right now, buddy. They got health. And ever since Norris has been back, 9-1. 9-1 since Norris has been back from injury, boys.
Biz, their D, like that Samuelson, he used to work out in Boston. I don't know why he was in Boston. Did he go to college?
He went to BC.
Okay, so that's what it is. And he is a massive, massive dude. And remember, his dad's huge too. His dad's Shell Samuelson. You know that, right?
I never knew that.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
his dad.
Big old righty, Ichabod Crane.
Some of the biggest.
Wore the Mario Jofa.
Yeah, some of the biggest hands I've ever seen too with Shell Samuelson. But yeah, like Owen Powell, he looked good. He must have been getting more touches on the power play because Dahlin wasn't there, but he looked better. But those D, if they can play big and hard in their own end, like they did, you see Samuelson with a couple big hits the other night, like they can be a scary back end to play against. But their forward group with like Tage Thompson's at a different level. Like he's winning face-offs at key times. Like him and Josh Doan just battling around the net. Who's the other guy on that line? The little guy.
I don't
Benson.
know.
Benson. Yeah.
Benson.
And then
Awesome.
Krebs looks good.
Disturber.
Krebs looks good too. Keith, I'm stealing your line, and I'm basically joining you that if Tage Thompson doesn't make Team USA, I'm rooting for France. So we're going to take a page out of Biz's book, and we might.
Are you guys trolling me, or are you guys being serious?
I'm being serious.
I'm being serious.
Okay, good.
Actually,
good.
no, I just can't. I got USA in the middle of my outdoor rink. If I change it to a France sign, Ryder might quit. He might quit.
As long as you promise me if Wilson doesn't make it, you're not going to give it to me about the fact that I said that.
Promise.
And vice versa, I won't. Don't cross your fingers like that, Jans.
Okay.
Promise me. Promise me.
Promise.
You can't be stealing my fucking shtick and then use it against me if it happens.
All right.
Go ahead, Whit, about the forward group.
I just also want to mention that I think just winning a couple games is just everything in this league. It's just like the locker room, dude. And I was on some bad teams in Edmonton, and it's just exhausting. And you're not you don't expect anyone to feel bad for you. And you know that won't be the case with all the money you're making and everything. And the fans expect a lot, which they should, but it's just like, oh, fuck, we're trying. And I think some of the times it seemed like they weren't, like when they were playing soft and all the instances we have seen over the years and maybe not sticking up for each other the way that they should have been. But you win a couple, you win 2 even. All right, let's get another one. You win 3. Now, what's happening is it's just so fun to go to the rink, dude. It's so fun. And then for the fans to get involved, dude, they got the best record they got the best point percentage at home in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
They're 12-5-2 in that building. So all of a sudden the fans are going to start coming. They're going to start showing up, and you got to give them a reason to come. They finally have. Dude, 22 days ago, this is from the Sabres report. 22 days ago, the Sabres were 28th in the NHL. They were on pace for 76 points, last place in the Eastern Conference, and the only team under 500. And now they're in the second wild card spot.
Crazy.
So, like, or they might actually, Florida might.
They're just out, but
they're just out now.
Yeah,
they're tied. They're tied.
42 points.
Yeah, they're tied. So it's a cool story. It's a cool story for a great market. And we've talked a lot about Buffalo, but look at the way we were discussing it before. They're just 3 weeks later. It's like, this is awesome. And for them to get in, God, dude, you're gonna see madness in the streets. And now the Bills just gave us the AFC East. So thank you very much. So, we might see them in the playoffs. Don't really want to do that in terms of Patriots playing the Bills and Josh Allen. But I digress. This is Sabres talk. And I think, Biz, you mentioned Benson being a little rat. And then Lindy Ruff was talking about Krebs and how good he looked and how good he's been. And like the Jack Quinn guy, right? Like that's a sniper. Get him going. So it's exciting. It's happy times in Buffalo.
You know what it looks like? It looks like when Yarmo came in, and we've all dealt with this, where either a coach gets fired during the season or a GM, and it looks like Yarmo came in and said, all right, nobody's fucking job is safe here. You are all playing for a job for next year, whether you want to be in this league, whether you want to be traded to another team. Because at the end of the day, when you get or talked to like that, where it's like, okay, this is what's going to happen, a guy comes in and ruling with an iron fist, you got to do it, right? You got to play for yourself. You got to play for your job next year. And it looks like he's touching all the right buttons, whatever he's saying. Obviously, I don't know what he's saying in there, but the way that they've responded to him coming in has been incredible.
Yeah, so I was going to bring that up. Like, I agree. Everything that he said from the minute he's took it over control, like you could just tell it's different. Do you think that Adams, I mean, this is his team. Like he assembled this, right? And he was collateral damage as a result to that start before they ended up going on this heater. And I do believe that they fired him after they'd won the first game of this 8-game stretch.
I thought they'd won 3 in a row. It was at least 2 in a row when he got gassed on the road. It was to finish that road trip. They won 2 in a row to finish that road trip and gassed him when they got home.
Okay, so how do you feel about that? He's responsible for the Doan trade, which was unbelievable. That's not being talked about. Probably the best move in the offseason that they could have possibly made. He's like, not only is he cheap, but completely slid right in. The guys love him. He's fucking PP1. Just fits in every situation there. Just an intelligent player. Top 3 or 4 on their team in scoring right now. He's the one who made the Byram trade. He put a lot of this team together, and finally they're healthy. He had the balls to make the move for Norris, even though he's got the list of injuries that was following him. He gets injured first fucking shift of the season this year. So what do you make of him being collateral damage? You think he got the shaft?
They had to do something, possibly with what they're doing now. You could say that. But Keith mentioned that Kekalainen comes in, like everyone's job is like under review here. And maybe, buddy, this is just like a theory. I'm not saying this is the case, but like maybe it was a little bit of a country club there, right? Yeah. And it's kind of hard to like think of the coach not changing and then that whole atmosphere not being a country club just because of the GM. The GM's not really around the team that much, but a GM coming in and like calling people out and making it clear, like, I'm looking to make changes. Like the first thing he said was like, we're done with the 3 goalie situation. So they got to figure that out. But like maybe just everyone hearing like, I'm not as safe as I thought,
right,
changed how it worked. But you're right. The roster is his roster. And but like, if it was the coach that had gotten fired and then this happened, it would make a lot more sense than the GM doing it.
Do you guys obviously believe now Lindy Ruff's job's safe?
Until you do that interview with him on the bench, yes.
Yeah, that might get him gassed. Imagine he just suckers you. That'd be awesome.
I might send my mom to go do it. She's coming to the game. You guys think
you should be like, hey, my mom's here, just to loosen him up. Like, my mom's here.
So even though I was the only guy on this podcast that believed in Buffalo, and it goes back to Alex Lyon, who, by the way, he has the best. I think UPL has been the better goalie, like visibly over this stretch. But Alex Lyon's numbers are the best on the team. He's easily over 900 save percentage. I think he's like the mid.
His goals against is higher though than UPL.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just getting more run support.
So it says here, Ellis, the third goalie, he's in gray. So maybe if he's injured or they did something with him, I'm not sure.
I think Alex Lyon's played the most amount of games for him. He's at 20 games played, is he not?
Yeah.
So they've been sharing the net on this little run, but I would be willing to make the Buffalo Sabres fans a promise to apologize for your words about them, about the 0.00% chance of making it. So I'm doing between the benches. Typically it's Rob Ray who does between the benches for the Buffalo Sabres. If they win that game on January 13th, and by the way, Taylor Pyatt's going to be there for that team's 20th anniversary run to the Eastern Conference Final. So it's going to be a big night. I would imagine a sellout. They're playing against Tocchet and the Philadelphia Flyers. If they're able to beat the Flyers and they are inside of a playoff spot at the end of the broadcast before we sign off, and at that point, obviously the whole ice would be cleared because they'll still be doing the panel in studio. I will let Rob Ray paddle my ass at center ice on behalf of Sabres Nation.
You know he's not going to let up at all. He's bringing the fucking heat.
You'll look like Daniel Day-Lewis getting it from the priest in church to get the oil.
He could slap me in the face with it for all I care. If they are inside of a playoff spot, they win that game against Philly at home. Hopefully they got the goat head jerseys on too, like I'm wearing right now.
You're doing this for wit.
I'm putting my fucking ass on the line for this podcast for having any disrespect towards the Sabres over the course of this last 14-year mockery where they've missed playoffs. But this could be the year, and I'm dangling that carrot. Buddy, I started the fucking Rasmus Dahlin rumors about him fucking coming over to Toronto. I said fucking move the team. I've said some pretty
you're not innocent in this, buddy.
I'm not innocent.
No,
I had that glimmer of hope for this team to make playoffs with the addition of Alex Lyon, the X Factor. So if they want to accept it, Rob Ray wants to paddle my ass. If they get the W in there, hey, come on down, baby. Come on down.
I'll tell you drop those shirts if they beat the Blues and they start losing. You won't have to worry about Rob Ray because there's going to be some shit-faced guy from Clifton Park that shows up and just suckers you directly in your big nose. So that may not be an issue if those shirts get dropped and they start losing.
I'm going to bring the Thai masseuse as security guards for that whole trip. I'm going to be staying on the Canadian side as opposed to my hotel across the street.
Sundowner.
I'll tell you a guy who probably needs his Thai masseuse security package detail moving forward in Long Island is Mason Marchment. For that knee on the Golden Child, one of the most exciting young players the league's ever seen.
Matt Martin's wife's going to beat his head in.
She was quote tweeting that she was
she?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I'll pull it up.
That's her son. That's her son. She's like, don't fucking knee my son. But I'll tell you, Barzell, that was awesome. I know, like, whatever. It was vicious. It was violent. Just a straight up baseball bat off the laces. Hurt so bad. He's like, I ain't fighting him. I'm going to two-hand the shit out of his big toe. It was like the Phil
Kessel. Remember when Phil Kessel / John Scott? Yeah. That's what it reminded me of. It was vicious, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah, we had the Scotty Sabrin leg chop, and then this one-upped it. Now, can we grab a screen grab of not only the Inglewood chop from Barzell, but if we can go back for the people who are watching on YouTube, do you believe this is on Marchment, who should have like not kept his leg where it was? It didn't look like he sticked it out any farther with.
Okay, I watched it and I watched the replay, and the best visual you can get is actually the sky cam. And I was like, oh, it's like not that bad.
It looked bad.
But it is a knee out a little. But after the game, Marchment said, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So like with him saying that, I'm like, all right, it was pretty bad. Like if he's coming out and being like, yeah, it probably wasn't like the right play, I shouldn't be doing that, then I'm way more on the side of like it was worse than I thought. Because you're right, from the first eye test, I'm like, oh, it almost looked like a chop more than like a knee, but the knee was there, right? And when you're getting around knee on knee, I don't even think like players are like looking to do that because of the damage it can do.
Well, it can hurt both guys. Even if you're the guy who's giving the leg check, you can hurt yourself with it, right? Like hyperextending it. So it's not one of those plays you ever want to see in the NHL.
Wow, good for Mush for taking ownership. Now, I don't know if he was just worried about never being allowed to eat Borelli's pizza or pasta again, because Frankie was going nuts online, and Frankie also mentioned that was the second time it had happened. So
yeah, I don't know the other one.
I don't know the other one either. So it's almost like Mush had been targeting the golden child. But hey, man, like this team mentality, it goes back to when Rottinen ended up hitting Romanov and getting him dirty, and Patrick Waugh coming in and giving him the business on the way off the ice. And same with your star player going over and giving him the fucking chop after it happened. These guys aren't fucking around, man. If you're going after any of their guys, it doesn't matter who's on the ice. They're sticking up for one another. So a big credit to the way that the Islanders have completely turned their fucking franchise around, man. Patty Waugh I had some question marks when they made that call coming in, but a few years in, buddy, he's got the boys playing hard for each other. They've dealt with their fair share of injuries and adversity this year. They lost Palmieri to the ACL. They've lost Romanov.
Play of the year with
play
the
of the year.
ACL.
So fucking
do you think
rights,
it's
man.
more on Patty Waugh or Darsh, like the way that they've been playing? Because I mean, Lou was there for a while, and everyone knows Lou's style. Do you think that it's more?
It's Schaefer.
It's looser. It's Schaefer. Yeah.
No,
It's
I think it's a combination of everything, and also Jans. I think you hit it on the head. When French guys get to work with other French guys, I feel like they get to click. There's no language barrier. They understand each other a little bit more. People might think I'm fucking crazy for saying that, but it feels like they've both really enabled each other in order to have success and completely changed it all around. Schaefer's a major component to that. But another thing too, do you think that Schaefer's doing all these interviews and being his fun-loving self if Lou Lamoriello's around? Fuck no, dude. He's being so sheltered. He's being fucking coddled. He's being told to do shit. Fuck that, buddy.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I love Lou, and credit to him for everything he's done. Hall of Famer. One of the GOATs to ever do it. But if he's in that seat, I don't think we're seeing half of what we've seen from Matthew Schaefer.
Call. Yeah.
I don't think
even their social media shit is better. Like you're seeing more of their personalities, their teams. I didn't even think of it that way from Lou, but yeah, that's a great point.
He would have his fucking nuts in a vice, bud.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have got him on this podcast.
No.
We wouldn't even know who the Shafe Daddy is if it wasn't for Darsh coming in. But we should be kissing Darcy and Patty Waugh's ass.
Yeah.
Yep. You would have never seen him at the Coldplay concert, Biz.
What do you
Or was he going to Coldplay the night we interviewed him?
He was going there. I wasn't there.
And then he called you. Then he called you or something.
You're thinking of the cheater couple. That's what you're thinking of. You fucking greaseball.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he gets suspended. He got kicked out of the game. So it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe it was pretty vicious.
Maybe a fine.
Pretty vicious. Yeah, maybe a fine on top of missing the rest of that game. Before we get to the Leafs, I think game of the return of the NHL on the 27th that I just want to mention quick was that Avs Vegas game. Was drunk.
That was on crack.
And McKinnon's like shootout goal, like million miles an hour stop, and then you're like, oh, he's just gonna do 7 million stick handles and go shelf. No, he just wires one from like the bottom of the circle.
How about the way he stopped Witt? Like it was he's an alien. It was like that. I didn't understand, but I actually I thought Carter Hart was unreal in that game. There was some unlucky bounces that went in. I thought he played really well, trying to find his game a little bit. But that game was legit on crack. Natchez too, man. He's looking more and more like fucking like McKinnon too. Like those guys, when they're out there, it's scary times. Like if you're Noah Hannafin, I thought was really good that game.
Yeah, he had a sick assist on the first goal to Holtz. And that was Holtz's first goal of the year. He must have been injured. I don't know for sure. He's played like 10 games, but yeah, that was the guy who Pasha told me was going to be a 40-40 guy for like 10 years. So don't know what happened there, Pasha.
That's a guy who says he doesn't want Stamkos on the New Jersey Devils.
Pasha's so down. Like they got Hughes back. They still stink.
Can I bring something up though, Whit? You kind of try to get me riled up right before the shutdown. I think it was on the 23rd, and we can go into McDavid and you giving him the biggest double wrister. Bring out your Juergens, do whatever you got to do. but you came firing at me, basically saying like, hey, Biz, is McKinnon still head and shoulders above McDavid as the best player in the world? When the fuck did I say head and shoulders above McDavid? Like, do you have a direct quote for me saying that?
I don't have a direct head and shoulders. It was paraphrasing of you saying, like, he's just so, I think it was so much better than anyone else.
I think that anybody who has watched,
yeah, I agree.
People,
he was at one point.
He has been the best
people will
player.
say, oh, playoffs. It's like, okay, yes, like that's not indicative of McKinnon's play because he's not his whole fucking team, right? I mean, obviously, McDavid has went all world these last few playoff runs, other than maybe when he's ran into Florida, but for obvious reasons of how they defend and how they can smother you and also fucking stick you in the nuts and get away with it. But outside of this last 15, 20 game run, over the last 2 years, I think that most people, if you polled every single hockey fan, would have McKinnon as the best player in the world above McDavid. Now, the last 5-6 weeks have happened where McDavid has found another gear. Jack Michaels went on record by saying this might be the best 5 to 6 week stretch of his entire career we've seen from McDavid. What have you seen? Why were you inflammatory with your tweet towards me? But do you believe that the McJesus is back on top?
Well, I think that was after we recorded, and then for just a couple minutes, I wasn't feeling the love towards you. But it came right back. It came right back. Let me just take a sip of water.
No, take your time.
Whit called this, no Biz. Like he said he's going to go on a fucking heater. Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly like, you know, I'm calling like this crazy guess or something nuts that's going to happen that nobody saw coming. Like now, I think I said he'd get 40 points in 20 games. He now has, I think, 33 and 12. So it looks like we might get to 50 in 20 games, which, you know, not surprising that the guy's that good. But I said it, I think, last episode that it was the beginning of the year. It's the whole grind of like, oh my God, we got to do all of this till we get to try again to win the cup. And finally they figured things out. Bouchard's game has become incredible again. He's unreal. And I think part of it is that McDavid just got comfortable again. Somebody wrote me, and I don't know if this is correct, that he went back to his old skates, his like old model CCMs. We're going to need to get that fact check maybe. I'm sure people will know more, but like I think he went back to his older model. I don't know exactly, but we were saying all this last episode before he had 5 points the game before Christmas break against Calgary. And credit to and Leon had a hat trick, all power play goals. And then that was to actually tie his career best of 31 points in a month. Now, I think he's now over that because it's still December and he had a goal against Calgary right after the break. So they play Winnipeg tonight. And the game against Calgary coming back, it was a little upsetting. They did hit the post 4 times. So it's like they could have won that game. They lost 3-2. But Calgary, man, they're a really good home team. Like surprisingly good at home. And that, is it Klepka? What's that guy's name, Biz? That monster.
Oh, he's 6'8". I thought it was Ball skating across. Did you see him skate across
Ball
the red line?
buried McDavid in that game. But he went 10 feet over the red line, I think, at one point.
Oh, yeah. So we had the Battle of Ontario, the Battle of Florida, and the Battle of Alberta. So the NHL hit a home run with that one. And he's listed at 6'8". So Ball is 6'6". This guy is listed at 6'8", I believe 235. So he is just a fucking monster out there.
Yeah, and I mean, he's scary. Now, looking right now, he's got 8 points. Yeah, 6'8", 235 from
that's a
Czech
unit.
Republic or Czechia. He never drafted, played in the USHL, then went back to Czech, and then Calgary signs him. Now, I don't really think like, I don't know, Biz, I'll ask you or Keith, a guy skating over the red line, you know, back in the day, that's going to cause way bigger stir than it did now, I think. But like Nurse got over there, and I think that nowadays it's just kind of different. Like that's not going to change what Leon does during the game or what any of the stars do in the game. But it still is
other
like
than
showing,
in the locker
like,
room before when he grabs his Gatorade cup, he's like, "Who the fuck is that guy skating over the line?" That's the only time and energy he's spending on it.
But Edmonton has nothing for him.
No.
So it's like nobody's going to fight you.
Yeah. I think when you have the intentions, like some guys go over the red line just like in a joking manner. Like if you see Barzell going over the red line, it's nothing. But when a guy like him goes over, you know he's going over the red line to be a piece of shit, to stir things up, to get the Battle of Alberta going a little bit. And, you know, he's not going over there to make friends. He's going over there to set the tone early. And like Whit said, he knows no one on that team can handle him. So it's like, why not get it going in warm-ups? I love it, especially in those rivalry games. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to affect the big boys. Leon's not going to lose any sleep over it. It's just somebody else having to deal with it.
And when we say go over the red line, like this wasn't subtle. He was closer. He was closer to the half moon shooting for the Edmonton Oilers than he was his own red line. So this was an aggressive, and I believe when he did it, he turned his stick over and he started tapping the Calgary Flames logo at center ice, so establishing territory. So this was a message trying to be sent, and I love it. We talked about it earlier, the uptick in fighting and aggression in the NHL. Give me a nice healthy dose of all that. So incredible run for McJesus and Leon throughout this course of time.
It's wild to watch when he gets going. Like, what was the goal? Oh, who were they playing when he went wide? Was that the last game against?
It was Calgary. Yeah.
I thought he just had 5 apples that game because that was a goal. I think it was the game before that.
I thought it was the Columbus, one in Calgary that he scored.
Yeah, I know, but the goal at home, like before the 5-assist game, whoever they played the goal before that, he was going wide 30 miles an hour. I don't care if it was Makar, Werenski, Tampa. By the way, stat I saw, pretty interesting. 3 defensemen over a point per game right now in the NHL. You got Makar, you got Werenski. Do you know who the third D-man is, Biz?
Over a point per game? What'd you say?
A point per game or more.
In the NHL currently?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little time? Oh.
A team that I've said for a long time is a great club, and they'll make it pretty far in the playoffs, but they just won't do shit.
Anaheim? Someone in Anaheim?
No.
No.
Eastern Conference.
You're saying a defenseman that's over a point
Adam
per game?
Fox?
No. The Ghost.
Oh,
Gostisbehere?
wow.
He's been that good for Carolina.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
I've always
Good for
liked
him.
the way that he shimmy shakes and he does the 10 and 2 at the blue line. He's got the Shakira hips too.
And he has a cannon too.
Absolute can. Whit, do you ever get worried like when McDavid takes a guy wide and cuts to the net that other D is going to put him through the crossbar? Like
I think he's going. Well, that's his rookie year. I believe that's how he got hurt. Is similar type thing. So much speed off the rust, and the other D came over and bundled him. I think he broke his collarbone or something. But I don't even think, you know how like you take a guy wide. Well, that other defenseman like should have a better angle. He still gets around that guy. Yeah. So it's like I don't know. At this point, he's done it so much that they just can't catch him. There's nothing you can do unless you're completely cheating. But then he'll actually cut back in front of you instead of driving through the crease and then just snipe from above the second defenseman who's standing there like this. Like, what do I do? I might go to the minors now.
Don't look at me.
I just got McDavid. I just got Jesus. Biz. Leafs.
They're trending in the right direction.
Yeah, poor Mark Savard. Kind of a tough one there.
Right before Christmas.
I know. Jeez. Give the guy Christmas. Fire him on the 26th.
Well, the power play was red rotten. And like, I don't know, Mark Savard was an incredible power play guy, like a great setup guy. So it's, it's obvious that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. I just don't know if the message was falling on deaf ears. If, sometimes you keep getting the same thing regurgitated over and over, eventually you start getting tuned out. Like, I don't know what the dynamic was in the locker room. I don't ask questions. I don't pick for that type of information. Although now the new guy in that position, Steve Sullivan, I did get a chance to play with. And we all know that he was a water bug out there. He had some great years. I believe his best years were probably with Chicago and then Nashville. When he came to us, it was towards the end of his career, was dealing with some back issues. But Jans, like power play wise, like he's a great PP mind. So I'll hand it over to you about like what it was like playing on the power play with him and what he brought when you played with him, and what do you think he's bringing coaching?
I think the most shocking thing is that this is his first year in the NHL as a coach, because he's one of those guys that I played with that you'd be like, he's going to be a coach. He was always, chatting with the coaches, whether it's power play meeting or regular, like him and Vern Fiddler. Remember they were kind of, same type of guy, always talking with the coach, good relationships with the coaches. So I would have thought he would have been in the NHL coaching a long time ago, because he is an unreal hockey mind. Really good on the power play, especially, he played in an era when it was big guys. He was a smaller guy. So I have the utmost respect for guys like him and Ray Whitney that were able to do it back then. But yeah, he's an unbelievable guy, unbelievable power play guy. I think he's going to help them out. But it's also too, you're getting more effort from Toronto. Like I thought Pablo, like his effort has been unbelievable the last 2 games. Just getting more opportunities, but if Savard's still there, you getting that probably. I don't think it's the assistant coach's job to get those guys going, but at the end of the day, you hate seeing Savard getting fired, but I think Sully's going to do a good job, because he's probably itching for it. He's probably been waiting for this call to get in the NHL, so they're in good hands.
Yeah, and Sully was kind of in a management role when he was with, I think he was assistant to John Chaika. So just the way, like you said, that he would communicate in the locker room, like very calm demeanor, great at communicating with teammates, maybe better suited to be in a coaching role than a management role. And, obviously, because he's the new guy, gets the credit for getting the power play going, where they get 2 PPGs in the first game, and then they ended up getting one in against Detroit. The first one being in the Battle of Ontario. So the Leafs don't own many things or many teams, but we do own the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah.
So all you fucking Senators
the only
fans,
thing you guys own.
They came after me last year during the regular season. You guys are frauds. They'll throw every fucking name in the book at me. Sens Nation, Locked On Sens, any of those fucking podcasts that want to get me on and taunt me because I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Yeah, we might have not won a cup since 67. We might blow it every chance we get in the playoffs, but we don't blow it against you guys. We fucking own you. We got you dead to rights, so suck my cock.
Okay.
But you know who does
different
own
team
us?
with Tanev back.
I was going to say that.
Him and Lawton have been
I know.
their 2 best players.
You know what I love about him too? Everyone talks about his defensive game and how sound he is defensively. So many times in the ozone, when it could be a 50-50 puck and it's coming along the wall, and you got defensemen that are just staying inside the dots and backing off, or the forwards got a back check. He goes.
Yeah.
He fucking goes, and he keeps it alive, and all of a sudden they keep that ozone shift going. So it ain't just defensively him breaking up plays. He'll make those small little dink plays to eventually get outside of the defensive zone. I think he's so much more skilled than people give him credit for. And his in-game reads are top notch, and you guys hit it out of the park. They're a completely different team with him in there. If they get Carlo back and healthy, and him playing to where we need him playing, because he was brutal to start the year, I'm telling you, we could surprise a lot of fucking people.
Biz, you were dogging. You said you kind of want more super teams and not the parity, maybe. Right now, the Leafs I think they're 2 points out of the last wildcard spot and 2 points out of last place in the East.
Yeah.
Which I think I love that. I'm down with the parity. Because right now, as a Leafs fan, it's like, oh my God, we are teetering on the edge of like, yes, we're sitting in the playoffs right now, or oh my God, we're the worst team in the whole conference. And that's excitement. Every game is like, every game's a show.
Agreed. And I do enjoy the parody. I've constantly complimented that. So people are going to rag on me for being a hypocrite going back to last pod about the super teams. I meant it in a sense, if you shorten the deals, you're not this guy getting scalded for leaving town in year 4 of a 5-year deal. Like for instance, like a Quinn Hughes type situation where, man, I'm not going to lie. Like I want to watch more Mini versus Colorado than I do want to watch maybe Toronto against Ottawa's. Like, and that's no disrespect. I just want to see better players on the ice playing each other more often. And if that happens at the deadline till the end of the year for 1 year, and then that guy has the right to go sign as a free agent anywhere else, I don't necessarily would see the super team thing like we'd see in the NBA. and way more players on a roster than there are in the NBA too. And these guys, we'll talk, even though a guy would jump ship in the last year or the second last year towards the end of his deal, way more loyalty in hockey with these hockey players than you see in the NBA. Like, look at what Harden was doing. Look at what KD was doing. Like, it's like KD left a good team to go to a super team. Yeah. So I think we'd see it a lot different. And I know I might come off as a hypocrite, but I'm going to stick to it. I like the 4 and 5 year deals, maybe rather than the longer term deals.
I want to shout out, go out west quickly because based on Sportsnet stats, Macklin Celebrini has 92 points in the year 2025. And in the last 40 years, only Crosby has more points as a teenager in one calendar year.
He's Crosby 2.0.
Yeah. He is. He's mini Crosby. I will say it to anyone. I will say. And by the way, you've seen Chicago, all this excitement, and it just blows. No Bedard. They're horrible again. Really, really on the no watch list. Just terrible team without him.
Roots.
I think San Jose would be the exact same thing without Celebrini. Like, it's this guy is just the one-timer goal he had against Vancouver the other night. It's just his release is nuts. So he just continues to light the lamp. He's third in the league in scoring. He's doing things. If San Jose gets in the playoffs, is he MVP? That'll be a discussion that
they should give him ownership.
Buddy, yes. If he finishes third in the league in scoring, and it's not, and
with that roster,
it's not 40 points back of McDavid or McKinnon, I think.
You just dropped the teenager stat, and we say Crosby 2.0. That's why I think what he's doing is so special, because the first year that Crosby got to Pittsburgh, they addressed a lot of what they needed from the year prior. They brought in wily veterans. Like, they had a decent team. I don't believe that they ended up making playoffs that year, but they were just if you look at the rosters and compare them, Pittsburgh and Crosby had way more to work with, especially in year 2 compared to year 1. So I think that if you gave him the MVP, despite what McDavid and McKinnon are doing, because of the teams they're on, if he drags that St. Louis or San Jose team into playoffs, fucking give him all the hardware. Give him all of it.
All of it. All of it. World Juniors has begun. Very exciting time. This whole like Porter Martone thing and the apology for slapping a guy in the butt and the kid from Latvia getting kicked out of the game for what looked like the most harmless body check I've ever seen. That was a joke. That was an absolute joke. And that's something that's probably going to be seen in the Olympics too. Like, I saw a tweet with that hit, like, Tom Wilson in the Olympics. Like, imagine if this is getting a 5 in a game. Like, what would happen to him? How many NHL refs are they bringing to the Olympics?
That's a great question.
They have to be bringing some of them, if not using all of them.
I would hope it's all of them, but I don't know, because I think you need other countries refereeing games as opposed to just Canadians and Americans.
Sure, but I will go as far as saying as I'm not going to group all of them in the same group, but half of the refs that ref the World Junior Tournament every year are the biggest bunch of pussies on the planet.
The fact that the YouTube golf community.
The fact that they got kicked, or that Latvian kid got kicked out of the game for doing that is fucking nuts. Every year there's a hit that looks like that where a guy gets ejected. These people making these decisions, they don't know hockey. They shouldn't be I wouldn't even allow them to play in my fucking fantasy hockey league, let alone ref a double IHF event.
So it'll be a majority international refs, but there will be some NHL refs. Gord Dwyer, Wes McCauley, Brian Polkamara, Kyle Raymond, and Chris Rooney will go.
Okay.
Only 5.
Wow.
Oh, that's hilarious. I mean,
oh no,
the gold medal
13,
game will be the NHL.
seven refs, 6 linesmen.
Okay. That's
Wes
the total?
McCauley just texted me.
Okay. So
wow,
that's
look
good.
At your hands.
But Biz, the apology from the Porter Martone, we're issuing a public apology for literally slapping a guy. What are we doing here?
Hockey, I think at this
doing?
point, Hockey Canada is like afraid of its own shadow. They're just trying not to upset any.
I thought it was an Onion tweet apology for slapping a guy in the ass.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the heated rivalry rubbing off on everybody. Which I was at Houston's the other night having dinner.
Oh, no way.
Really weird.
There were two non-hockey fans, one of which was an Asian lady, and she's describing this show to the other lady about how, like, oh yeah, like it's a show about hockey, but oh my goodness, these men are in these very intimate relationships, and it's very, very graphic. And I go, excuse me, ma'am, like, are you a big hockey fan? She's like, no. I go, oh, but you're talking about that show, and she's like, yeah, like it's kind of got me hooked. So you got these hockey players teeing off on each other's assholes, and all of a sudden this guy wants to give this guy an ass tap on the way by on the bench. I don't know. You don't think there's any correlation there?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
If
I
that was the case, he wouldn't
show.
have apologized. The other guy would have said thank you. He would have issued a public thank you.
Well, I don't think they
Tapping
want
that ass.
Yeah, maybe they want to fly under the radar about it. But I think that's just the heated rivalry rubbing off on the boys, no pun intended. But to issue an apology, I don't know. That's just it's as soft as it gets.
Canada,
we're in the bubble boy society at this point.
And the other issue was that they didn't shake hands. Like, there's no reason to be shaking hands until after the final game. Literally, there should be two handshakes in the bronze medal game and the gold medal game. That's it.
Agreed, buddy. We're in the participation ribbon society. I don't normally go on Twitter anymore to talk about those issues because you're just going to get a bunch of fucking morons respond. Same thing with that stupid hit with the guy getting kicked out. But Chris Pronger, that's a guy who he's won it all, folks, and he's a guy that we should be listening to. And he took to Twitter and he goes, "Why the fuck are we shaking hands in round robin games?" So I mean,
he's
that's
like,
a guy.
what you got to do is go get the puck, steal the game puck,
yeah.
Give a giant middle finger going to the bench in the locker room and say, "See you next game, fellas. Fuck you." That's
put it in
Chris
the protein
style.
shake blender, blend it up and drink it and say, "Fuck you. I'm keeping the puck." Exactly.
Especially in those tournaments, like you want hatred, right? It's a 2-week 3-week tournament. Like you want hatred. You want these countries hating each other. You want these guys, if they play in the NHL against each other in the next, 5-10 years, to hate each other. Like, let's start the hate now. Like, fuck it,
Yep. Czech looked pretty good. I mean, a scary moment for Team USA.
Ooh.
Cole Hudson took a puck in the neck. It looked innocent. And next thing you know, the stretcher's coming on the ice. He was released from the hospital. I guess he's day-to-day, thank God. USA is going to need him if they want to get to 3 in a row here this year. But that was scary. Pretty cool picture of Cole Eisman was just down there like, "Hey, give my hand a squeeze. Like, tell me you're all right, buddy." So they're good friends. They play BU together, obviously, but that was brutal to watch. But I'm looking forward to this tournament going on. Sweden looks real good. That Ivar Stenberg kid, is that his name? Could go first overall. Nasty little guy. Scored the game winner in their first game, I believe, late in the game. So awesome tournament. Biz, I did like your question to the chat. Who is your favorite all-time World Junior player? Did you have one in mind? Did you have one in mind when you asked us?
I asked that question.
Oh, it was you. Well, I remember. And crazy enough, I looked. 30 years ago today, I went to Matthews Arena and watched Canada play Finland. I'm pretty sure your brother was with me. And Jerome McGinley, I was 12. I was turning 13, whatever, in February. And I was like, what the hell is this guy? He was running around killing people, dominating. Canada won the game. And it was crazy. It was December 29th, 1995.
Wow.
And he led the tournament scoring. I was looking up the stats. Canada won the gold medal. That was a memory I'll never forget. The other part of that was playing it in Massachusetts. There was games at the New England Sports Center in Marlboro. There were 7 people at World
No way. There was games there?
There was games at U.S. that year lost to Ukraine 4-3.
Wow.
So I don't know how. I don't think Massachusetts will ever get one again. And actually right now, Minnesota was kind of relying, I think, on Canadians coming down for big crowds. But the U.S. games have been packed at Excel where the Wild play. everywhere else it's kind of empty. And then there was tweets responding basically saying like the Canadian dollar right now, it's not easy to travel down and
it's
watch.
getting better.
It is it getting better right now?
It was at 142. Now it's at about 136. Still tough to travel. Canada's actually been getting a lot of tourism, especially going back to last summer. So that's nice that we're getting a little bit of stimulus to the economy. Shout out Canada.
Very true.
But I feel like other countries have adapted playing more of a team game, knowing that they have to do that in order to compete with the United States, Canada, and then Sweden and Finland, I think, always get grouped in that. Obviously, like Czech has come a long way. Slovakia has come a long way, where Swiss, where these aren't necessarily like layup games like we saw when Crosby and Bergeron were lighting things up, where when they were playing these teams, like it was going to be 10, 12, 1.
Yeah.
Where I also feel, though, the way that Hockey Canada's gone and the way that these Canadian players are like have this like maybe a little bit of a self-inflated they're self-inflated because the amount they're being talked about and highly touted and they're ranked so high, where a lot of individualism has crept into their game. Where I'm watching that game the other night against Czech, and it's just like you're up a certain amount late in the game and you're just kind of ducking and dodging, pinching here, trying that fancy play over to kick it out as opposed to just getting the shot on net. So I don't know. I just find that it's like a little bit more individualistic compared to where it once was for Canada. And I like going back to the past where they used to just fucking put their head down, run people through the wall, and just try to embarrass them. And I want to get back to that style of hockey for Canada.
2-2 in Halifax.
Yeah.
I witnessed
Steve Downey. Remember Steve Downey?
You guys, you said the question in the group chat. Double Dion Phaneuf will go down as one of my top threes. I think it had a lot to do with Pierre Maguire. Every time that a Czech player or a Russian player would cut across the blue line and Double Dion would put him into the second row. Double Dion! I think that amplified it with that, but that would definitely go down as some of my favorite Hockey Canada memories at the World Junior. You mentioned PK Subban too, Jans.
Yeah, Subban was unreal. Like John Carlson, I remember. That was
he scored that OT winner.
Yeah, and then was that the same one that like Ebbs, they had that crazy shootout with Eberle and was that
where
that
he kept going?
I remember
John Carlson's celebration
from
when he
the
scored.
one in Ottawa. Eberle in Ottawa. Eberle scored, I think, like 8 big-time goals in the World Juniors. He might go down as like the best Canadian World Junior player ever. He was clutch. But Carlson scored that OT winner in Saskatoon. Yeah, that was sick. That was when I was like, this guy's nasty. He was flying all over the ice.
And that was the same because he's from Massachusetts, but I had never heard of him growing up. Like he didn't really live, I don't think, in Boston.
No, I think he might have been born, but like played in Jersey area.
Yeah,
because I remember I'm looking him up. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
What Metro team was he on?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think who else.
A great tournament, and it only gets better as the new year. And before we throw it over to a World Junior legend himself, Drew Doughty, who also 2 years later was starring in the Olympics after starring in World Juniors. Shout out the U.S. College Select team that we talked to Guy Godowski about.
Oh, yeah.
They lost the first game against, I think it was Team Canada, 3-2. Then they went and they beat Davos, who's the number 1 team in the Swiss League, in their home barn. And I think everyone's probably seen pictures of how sick this arena is. And for these games, this tournament, it is jam-packed. They won that game, which got them into the semifinals automatically. Pretty sick, though. Like, to show up and beat the number 1 team in Switzerland, who has, I think they have Brendan Lemieux, they have Philip Zadina. They got a bunch of other NHL guys. Like, that's a pretty sick team. And Godowski was giving it to him at one of the intermissions.
Yeah, so I think it was against Davos, and they were down, and they weren't playing very well, maybe playing a little too lackadaisical. Can we run the audio clip of him giving it to the boys in the locker room?
You don't just play fast for fucking some of the time. Power play, you play fast too. They fucking have the puck, and they're attacking, you fucking get back. You guys beat them one-on-one, the same thing can happen. It's not, it's the power play, hey, fucking let him go. Come on. It's the same fucking thing. You want the puck, go fucking check. Come on, guys, come on. Play fast all the time.
Let's go.
Hey, that's like wake the fuck up, boys, and start playing with some
That's
pace.
some
I
Paul
like all the
Maurice
F
shit.
bombs. I like
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
But then did you hear him in the locker room after? Like his speech to the boys after the game was fucking awesome. Just like saying how much it means to them because obviously they're just a team. This is the first time they've ever done this, right? And what it meant to win that game. So he's touching all the right buttons, and obviously we're a little biased because we just had him on. But what an unbelievable guy, and that anyone would love to play for.
And that Plant family, you got Max Plant playing for Team USA in the World Juniors. You got his brother Zam playing for the U.S. College Selects in Davos. They're both lighting it up at Duluth. And there's another brother coming. There was a feature on him. I know they were on Game Notes. There's a feature on the whole family on NHL Network. Hermantown, Minnesota. Said that the rink is open all year round, all day long. So, like, you just literally could go skate and play whenever you want, even in the summer. Yeah. There's just not Somalians running that one. So that's good. But
do you guys want to talk about that for like, it's just one of the biggest stories that I've seen in a long time. I think the video has 100 million views from this kid, Nick, about this.
That video was the craziest thing I've ever seen. They were going to daycare centers. There was no kids there. And every place is getting $2 million a year.
The guy who lived across the street, and he's like, I've never seen a kid. I've never once seen a kid.
The guy David, he's like, those cars, they haven't moved in years. They're public transportation companies. There's snow all over them. That kid's a monster now. He's everywhere. Did you say 100 million views?
I think the video has 100 million views, maybe over that now. And there was a funny tweet because one guy's like, oh, yeah, this guy, wait to see what the major news companies do with this kid and drag him through the mud after he's uncovered all this, like all the left-leaning ones. And he even tweeted out, he's like, I'm a virgin. I'm a Christian. I've really never done anything. I did one prank video in high school that I'm telling you guys about right now. And like, it wasn't even that bad. So this guy's got a squeaky clean record.
If I was from Minnesota watching that, I'd be like, they found 100 million in one day.
So they say that it's in the billions as far as the amount of fraud total.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
so
you find 100 million in one
What's
day,
the punishment, and how does this get recouped?
I don't even know if there'll be any, but
$9
just
billion,
going from daycare to daycare to daycare with every single place having blacked out windows and no kids in any of them. I was like, this is like a fake video. This is like, how is this real life? I'm like waiting for like the next the shoe to drop on someone, but I don't know if anything will happen.
Kind of and once again, like this has all came out over the last couple of days. So like I don't fact check this stuff. Like I try to avoid any type of nonsense like this coming over my timeline because it's just like it sucks you in and then you're just like mad. You're just angry because this type of shit's going down. But like they were saying that some of this money was sent overseas to like fund wars and stuff as well.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. That's alleged. I don't know that. I don't. We got to say
where
alleged on that.
Where did it all go? You think these like the people who are getting are just buying fancy cars and houses and I mean
I don't know, but I mean like
where is it going?
One of the daycares, he's outside. He's just like every door's locked. He's like, I just want to get my son daycare. Can I fill out the paperwork? And they're like, no. And then this lady comes by filming him. She's like, ice. Your ice. And he's like, no, I'm a YouTuber. I just want to get my son daycare. Oh, no, one of them was a learning center, but learning was spelled wrong.
It honestly, the fact, like, how long has this been going on with? Do you know?
I have no idea. And I imagine it's not just Minnesota. I'm sure like every state, but like, imagine if you just find that there's like $100 billion that's just been like given to people for that aren't doing any work.
I mean, if it's $9 billion in Minnesota, then it's got to be $100 billion elsewhere.
Forget Netflix. Let's open a daycare. We'll teach you about There Will Be Blood. We'll teach you about Houston's Menu. We'll teach you about the Toronto Maple Leafs history of failing in epic proportions.
Thai massage.
and golf, and we
I
can
have,
talk about golf.
I have a solution. You
Here we
could change the daycares to double IHF referee training facilities, where you teach them how to throw guys out for actual dirty hits. No?
Yeah, 100%.
With that, it's time to throw it over to future Hall of Famer, 2-time Stanley Cup champ, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, a real legend of the game, Drew Doughty. Quickly, guys, I want to talk about game time. Hockey season is here. It's in full swing. We have the excitement of games. We got power plays. We got penalty kills. We got breakaways. We got big hits. We got fights. And nothing is as good as hockey in person. It's incredible. It's a made-to-view in-person sport. But getting to the games, it's a pain in the ass. It's hard. It's another story right there. You got queues, price jumps, getting logged out mid-click. All you want to do is be there, screaming for your favorite team, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. And right now, for the game of the week, the Winter Classic, January 2nd in Miami, under $250, you can get in the building to see the 2-time Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers play the New York Rangers in Miami. Should be a special one. Under $250 right now to get in the building. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Chiclets for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account on the Game Time app and redeem code CHICLETS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Guys, I want to talk about DraftKings quick. The jaw-dropping moments that make hockey hockey. Experience them all with the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the National Hockey League. Missouri listeners, you guys are live. You guys are ripping. DraftKings Sportsbook is going in the Show Me State. DraftKings Sportsbook keeps the excitement on ice at full speed. From player props to live in-game betting, you're never far from the action. Right now as well, you get World Junior Tournament for anyone watching that and wanting to get involved in the action. DraftKings is where you go. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Chiclets. That's code Chiclets to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. What a pleasure, Biz. We've been talking about this for years.
Can't believe it.
Years. A true legend in the game, no joke. He won't admit it himself. 2008, second overall. Stanley Cups, gold medals, Norris Trophy. What else can you say, Drew Doughty? Thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we thought it would be a Sandbagger first with him.
Yeah,
that's what he really wants us. He wants a piece of us in that. DMs. But we got him before that. We got him here in LA in the practice rink. So, how you been? I know you got the foot injury right now.
Yeah, I'll be all right. A couple weeks, but
okay.
No, life's good. Loving things here in LA. Got a good team, and yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a great squad. Okay, so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask first thing. There's kind of like a rumor that goes on in our pod that you were late for the 2010 gold medal game. Like you strolled in late to the locker room.
Yeah.
And we're kind of completely unfazed by it. And obviously you went out there and did what you did. Like, is this a true story?
It's a true story.
How were you late for the gold medal game?
And it was at noon, right?
Yeah, man. So like right before I was going on the road after the Olympics. So I wanted to like ship my bags out. And so I took it to the place or whatever, and it was getting delayed. And the whole Olympics, I'd be taking the first bus to like look like a pro. And then I decided to take the second bus on this one. They had left without me, and you couldn't like just hop in an Uber at Olympic Village and like go to the rink. So they had to like put me in a shuttle. Blah blah blah. It takes forever to get there. They go to the bottom of a shopping mall, the Bay, and then get elevatored up. I walk out, and there's like thousands of fans waiting for the metal detector. I'm going in the main door.
Oh no!
And they're all like, "Drew Doughty?"
It's now open for fans to come.
Yeah,
we're pretty close to puck drop.
No, I walked in like 5 minutes before Babcock's speech.
Oh,
so I was there like an hour 40 before the game.
So you're in this line waiting to go through the metal detector.
And they're like, Drew Doughty, come in, like go ahead of us. And I was like, can I please butt? And I'm like, my pitters are like drenched down my ass and stuff. And like, yeah. It was
panic.
brutal.
You don't seem like anxiety. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, I
You're
can't even
flipping.
explain it. Yeah, and then like Fleury, I texted him, and he had my gitch like out in the hallway.
What a guy.
Got dressed.
Yeah, because you had to be thinking like, I don't think they will, but they could be like, you're not playing.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking, and then, oh man, that was the worst anxiety of my life, like for sure.
So then when you finally got your gitch on, you make the meeting, they don't notice. Like, are you guys all chuckling about it and laughing?
Well, like still, I didn't want people to know. I was like embarrassed by the moment, and so Fleury knew. Mike Richards was like the guy I hung out with most of the time at the Vancouver Olympics, so he knew, and like that was like nobody knew. Like, and Scott Salmond with Team Canada knew. That was it. There's 3 people, and then I think Mike told you guys, right? It was the first time.
Yeah. And I think if you hadn't won, probably he ain't ever telling.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that was more like,
what was
hey, we
your
got it
stat
done.
line that game?
I don't know. I was out there for the
Got a
final
goal.
goal though. Yeah,
Okay.
I know that.
You were actually, that was your second year in the NHL, right?
Maybe.
You were drafted 08,
Yeah, second year.
09,
Yeah,
08,
second
09, 09,
Yeah.
10. So like, you'd basically played a year and a half, and you came in, and I just remember, I don't know, you tell me where you were on the depth chart first game, but after the first game, you were just like, all right,
Yeah,
he's gonna play the whole
like
game.
Babs talked to me the first day I got there, and he was like, "You're going to be 7th D, but I want you like competing for a spot. You can move up in the lineup." And fortunately, I did do that, and ended up being partners with Duncan Keith.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
Those were the
That was wild,
those were the spinorama Drew Doughty.
yeah. I played a little different back then. Yeah,
Were you just like, obviously you were extremely confident, but were you almost a little bit naive of like how big of a moment that was? Were you just
Yeah.
kind of riding this wave as I'm kind of the new guy around and things are going well? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, so I was like, first of all, nervous. I was going in there. Like, my roommate was Chris Pronger. Like, that was crazy. And then, back when I was a young kid, I didn't feel any of that shit. I just like went out there and played. Like, I remember like big moments, like in the Olympics, and like just bobbing to the music, like nothing was phasing me. Like now it's different. Like I feel like the pressure more. I feel the anxiety more of like performing better. But back then I was just go out and play. Like,
wow, you feel
You had
more of
felt
that
some-
now?
Oh, for sure. Like I like the pressure and stuff like that. But if I underperform, I feel it harder now as an older guy than I
No
did back
shit.
then.
Yeah, now you're like, then you were playing so lucid free,
Yeah.
and you still love the game. You can tell watching you, but the pressure's not there. Now as a veteran
Yeah.
and as like a leader, it is different.
It's different for sure. I like want to do the right things to be a great leader for the team and stuff like that. And if I don't do that, I take.
I
it harder.
feel like they did a good job in this organization where you didn't have to bear that at such a young age, where I felt like there were great veterans around. Like the one guy that stuck out the most, probably who you gravitated toward, was Matt Green, who's very old school, probably the best guy to have, even to just go grab beer with and learn the pro game and how to handle yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about Greener. Well, first off, the organization did a great job. We had so many great leaders, but Greener was one of the best. My first year, they wanted to put me with the Billet family because I was 18 or whatever. And Greener's like, nah, he can live with me. And
What was that, his second year, third year?
I don't know. Maybe third?
'Cause we played at the national program together.
Yeah.
The funniest.
I can't
He's
believe
so
they,
funny.
funniest
I can't
person
believe
I've
they
ever-
let him.
They had no idea. Yeah. But
Because
no.
he was newer. He came from Edmonton before that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be like an all-time guy where you just want to go belly up at a bar and you'll laugh
for
your
sure.
cock off.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sure
so
that's
much
all
fun.
they did.
Oh, okay.
But he was hard on me too. Like we had the brother relationship, and like we're still to this day like super close, still hang out all the time. But there'd be times where I'd be like, oh fuck, I only played 21 minutes tonight, and he'd be like, are you kidding me? And like yell at me in front of the whole team just to like embarrass me and be like, are you kidding me? Like, so you want me to play 10 minutes? Like, this is a fucking team and stuff like this, you know?
Okay.
So he would like give it to me. There'd be times where like I didn't talk to him for a week. Like he'd be like, hey, what's up? Ice him. And because I was so mad at him that he would embarrass me. But now that I look back on it, like it was
Yeah.
great that he did
Wow.
that for me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a true leader.
Yeah.
I
He was
mean-
the best.
Was he the only guy that could have got away with that to do it to you, or
Maybe no. I mean, other guys probably could have done it. I mean, Stoley was hard on me at times too. But Greener, I felt it the most because I was so close with him. And I knew he was the type of guy that did anything for the team, right? Like he had no ego. Obviously, there's probably some in there, but he never showed it. And so I never wanted to disappoint him. To this day, I don't want to disappoint Greener. I love that guy.
that's awesome.
And for you, it's like you come in and I mean, from outside looking in, it looked easy for you. You're winning gold medals. You're a fucking amazing D-man. And if they let your head get big, like it could have crashed.
Oh, for sure. And
Living out
not
here,
saying
too.
that it
Yeah.
didn't get big at times, but
That's why we love you.
You all
love
earned
ya.
it. Yeah.
but no, they kept me accountable, and yeah, I loved all those guys. Like,
We normally like to start at the beginning. We'll get to everything Kings. Like, how did you get into hockey? Like, how did you get so good? And like, when were you like, oh, this, like, I'm really good at this game?
I mean, it didn't come to, like, I was always good on my AAA teams, you know, like top 3 players, and was like the captain and stuff sometimes. But like, I didn't really realize I was that good until like after my first year in the OHL, where
That was the year I heard about you. That
where,
was the first
like,
time I did.
they started ranking us, and they would put, you know, me and Stammer flip-flopping to go first overall, and I was like, holy shit. And then like veterans on my team were like, man, you make this look easy. It's your first year in the league. You look like you've been playing for a long time. And so that's when I really realized it was my first year in the OHL.
How did it, like, how were you just so skilled? Like, how was it, like, would you do stuff in the summertime? Like, did you pick things up easy? Were you one of those kids that were like hockey obsessed where you would watch NHL all the time?
I was definitely hockey obsessed. No, I didn't work on my game. Yeah, I played like lots of road hockey, like any of us, or pond hockey and stuff. But yeah, I don't know how it happened. Like, I just loved the game. Watched TSN every morning when I woke up, and watched the replays over and over, and that was really it.
But not like skating all summer or doing the travel.
I was big into soccer, so I was big multi-sport. Like, I was just as serious about soccer as I was about hockey. And then as you got older, then you had to start playing in like those spring tournaments and stuff for hockey to hopefully go somewhere. But no, I loved all sports, but soccer and hockey were my mains.
Do you have brothers or parents that played hockey?
No, my mom's side of the family is from Portugal. My dad's from England, like born in England. So we were a big soccer family. And yeah, I was like the first one of my family to really play hockey.
So in the mix of crazy hockey parents, yours were probably just like, just have fun. We don't.
Oh, my mom was a little nuts.
She got
yeah. Like, she would be like, she was never nuts about like, you didn't play well. If I didn't like work hard, she'd be like standing on the glass, and she had like a number 1. And if I wasn't, number 1 meant start working harder. Like, you're not doing a good job. And if it got after the game, like I remember one time, she came to one of my high school games, and like, it's a joke, like Canadian high school games. And I played like crap in the first period. She took off work. She just went home. I got 4 goals in the second and third, and then was like front page sports newspaper. she had left. Yeah, she was pissed. But yeah, she was hard
about
on
you working hard.
That's it.
So she thought you were dogging it a little bit.
Yeah.
She'd get mad.
Exactly.
Wow.
Never like, oh, you didn't play well, you made a bad play. Never any of that. Just work hard.
How were you in school?
Man, I wasn't that bad. Like, I would get 70s average, but it wasn't due
That's
to
Scholastic
work.
Player
It
of the
was
Year in
due
the
to figuring out ways to, you know,
I just
to
gotta
get by.
that to pass.
Yeah. You know, a good vision.
Yeah.
Will you ever like, I mean, like, consider college? I don't know, like, you were kind of at that age where some guys are coming from Canada.
Not really, but I went to like see Michigan one time, and that was like really cool experience. But I grew up in London, Ontario, and the London Knights are king there, and all I ever wanted to do is play in the O.
Yeah, so was there a chance you could play for London, or that's the draft? I think Guelph got you, and you were going to say,
like some guys started around that time to like say they're going to college just to get to a certain team, but I didn't care.
You did it the right way.
Wherever I could go.
Did you like playing in Guelph? I never really like. I mean, I played with Owen Sound, so we were kind of in that pocket.
Yeah, it was great city. The downtown was nice to go out and stuff like that, and I had great billet family and great guys on my team, and yeah, it was not only an hour from London too, so that was kind of nice.
So you went second overall, and then, but most guys go, and especially then, you don't know if you're going to make the team.
Yeah,
like you're going in, hey, I want to, but when did you find out? Pretty early in camp, or right?
No? They made me play like, I don't know how many games we played back then in camp, but they made me play every single
like 8 games.
I played every single game, and I was
Who was the coach then?
In rookie tournament?
Terry Murray.
Okay.
Yeah, I also had the rookie tournament thing. I was actually against Arizona. But yeah, I played every single game. Still didn't fully know I was making the team, and then obviously got the news and got to choose a number, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah. What was your training camp number?
80.
Oh,
That's what you were buzzing around with that year.
Yeah,
People got to get a card from one of those.
I've
preseason
seen
games.
some. I've seen
Yeah.
some. But yeah, it was a tough number.
Was that only preseason or
That was just preseason.
Okay.
I don't think my first game was 80. I think it was 8. I don't remember.
Yeah.
but
long
pretty
time
sure.
ago?
Yeah,
I'm going off topic here. Hardcore Jays fan. Were you always a Jays fan growing up?
yeah. Always a Jays fan.
Fuck, what a
My whole
devastating.
Oh man, that
Is-
was heartbreaking. Like I thought they had it so many times. Went to the game here when I think it was game 5. They hit the 2 jacks to start the game. Took my kids too, my 2 older girls, and so they hit 2 jacks right off the bat. And my daughter's
First 2 pitches, right?
yeah.
Oh,
And my daughter's like, Dad, this is pretty boring. I was just like, the 2 best things just happened.
What? Like, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, but I mean, had the
They're on
Dodgers
waivers.
hit them, maybe with the crowd and stuff, she'd have been like,
Yeah.
this is cool. But
Yeah.
she was like, this is boring.
okay. That's literally as good as it gets, sweetheart.
You're like,
Yeah.
go home.
yeah, take an Uber. Okay, so what do you think? Like, what do you look back on and you're like, fuck, like that play? What's the one that chaps your ass the most about them like losing it?
Oh, the
Handle-
Jays.
yeah,
Okay.
handing-
I thought you were talking about me as well.
No,
I don't even
no,
know.
no.
I don't even know.
Lead
Like,
off runner on third. Did that one chap your ass?
Yeah, that one definitely did.
It was the double play
the
to end
double
game
play
6.
to end the game. That was
Game 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
was it game 6?
Yeah.
Barger.
Kirk.
Yeah.
Are you a guy who's like fuck you in the TV? Or are you
Oh
more
yeah,
like
yelling at TV like shit. Like I remember the one game, maybe it was like game 6. The game was on while we were playing on the Jumbotron. So we're like watching the game on the Jumbotron.
Was that in
and-
Edmonton, or they did it here too?
No, they did it here too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we thought
LA.
they just did it in
No,
Edmonton.
and then so like I'm like watching the game while we're playing, and then after the game they were in extras. So like we had just lost the game, and then like a couple of the Canadian guys are like going over to the training room with their gear on to like see the game, see what's happening, and then like they make a reaction. So I'm like, fuck, this is gonna look bad, but fuck it, and I just like go and look to see what's happening on the game too right after a loss. That was a bad look, but probably shouldn't have admitted that. But
no,
Yeah, but it's regular season.
No, man.
yeah,
it was game
a
6.
huge game.
Yeah.
Like my,
No, you're a
World
passionate
Series,
Canadian
yeah.
too. I felt like that was like Canada bringing one
it
home
was
to the country. It
Oh, it
felt
would
like
have
an
felt so
Olympics,
good.
you know?
Yeah,
That's how big it felt.
And they sent you there to lose it.
I was there.
were you there?
We went game
I was-
First game in the history of his
the
life.
most insane like live sporting event just because like the Yamamoto guy all of a sudden comes out and you're like, oh, I thought they said he wasn't pitching. I don't even know anything about baseball. And just like all the twists and turns and yeah, probably the last 2
He pitched like 90 pitches the day before.
96
Yeah,
pitches.
that was
so
impressive. Like
And
it's
then
funny
he
that
came in,
you're
he
the-
was nails.
it's funny that you're the guy swearing at the TV though. Are you knowledgeable about baseball? Like do you actually
yeah. Like I didn't play or anything, but I have watched so many games
Okay.
over my life and hung out with other baseball players like that played for the Jays and stuff. So I know the game very well. Not as much as hockey or soccer, but I'm up there.
All right.
Who's your soccer team? What's the
Chelsea.
That's my
I've
squad.
actually talked to him about
That's
it
my
before.
squad too.
My dad.
Have you been
was-
to a game over there?
Never.
I want to
I
go.
I watched him play the what was that tournament called in the US? this summer?
Oh no, that was they had like,
Whatever.
a tour here.
Yeah.
I got in when they won the Champions League, like right
Did
after
you?
COVID.
Oh man.
I started watching when COVID hit. I was like, I need something to do.
Yeah.
Watching soccer, and then they won the Champions League in May. That was in October.
Yeah.
I was like, this is unbelievable.
That's so good.
But I want to go over the game. It's crazy though. You
Same.
can't drink during the game.
They don't sell booze at
Oh,
the stadium
really?
there.
No, you can go at like halftime and have a beer. But if you're having a beer,
Five.
Yeah.
the windows are blocked, so you can't watch the game if you're drinking. They want people like in their seats. Like,
Okay.
and they're so wrecked from the pubs before.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Well, that's they're trying to control the violence too,
Yeah,
right? To a
probably,
certain degree.
probably.
Right.
Can't have this hooligan there just crushing beers watching soccer.
What time do they play at though? Isn't it early?
No, like like if they play at noon over there, it's 7 a.m. I mean, out here it'd be hard. It'd be 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they have the 3 o'clock game on Sundays, Saturdays. Like at 10 a.m. or whatever.
Like when did you start to notice when in your Kings tenure, like when things started to change, where you're like, oh fuck, I think we got something cooking here.
Whew. I mean,
You made
We made
playoffs
some-
rookie year? Sorry.
no, made
Okay.
playoffs second year,
All right.
lost to maybe Van or San Jose, and then we lost our third year. But then we traded for like Mike Richards
Yeah.
that summer,
Oh wow.
and like you could kind of feel things change, but we still didn't think like we're gonna go win. But then we upset Vancouver in the first round the year we won the cup, and then that's when it was like, oh shit, we got a squad.
So in 12, that was the first cup.
Yeah.
And that was when you were the 8th seed? Or was that
Yeah.
the next one?
I think
You were
both-
killing,
I think
killing
both
everyone.
times they were.
You were both times?
I have no idea, but
Oh.
the first one I think for sure
You I think you won the
game
West
7, right?
No, you.
Yeah, we
years
went 4-1 and then like 4-0.
Yeah.
And then what would we beat you guys? Like
Yeah.
4-2.
4-2.
No, 4-1.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
They lost
4-1.
You lost 2 games on the way to the cup.
Yeah.
The 8th.
Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
the home game 5.
Like we were rolling.
Well, that was
like,
Jersey. You guys played Jersey.
we had so many good players.
I know.
Dustin Brown was
And like
killing
some of the
people.
best players at the position, like we were good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys were good.
Quick-
Every
and
line.
Quickie, like how good was Quickie during that run?
Jesus. Like
How mad was Quickie the other night when they shot that puck?
I
in the
was,
empty net?
I was dying laughing. I don't know how this guy doesn't have a fight in the NHL yet, because we'd have some drinks and he's trying to wrestle everyone. Like we're like, so I don't know how this guy doesn't have a fight, and I kind of hope he somehow gets him one this year. But
Him and Fleury should have done it.
Quickie will probably end up getting one. You're also saying when you guys are having drinks, he wants to wrestle. He's like
Yeah.
sober for the games. And maybe that's like the thing that we need to stop him from tilting another goalie.
Yeah, yeah,
A couple paws.
Did Sutter come in like the year you guys won it?
yeah.
That
He
was like
came in. We
wow.
fired our coach maybe like right before the deadline. I'm not exactly sure, and he came in and lit a fire under our asses. Like he's another guy. Like at times I hated this guy. Did not want to play for this guy. Like he was grinding my gears all the time. And now that I look back on it, like easily most favorite coach.
Really?
He did so much for me. He pushed the right buttons. He made me play my best. But yeah, like in the moment, I wanted nothing to do with this guy. Like I would go home like
Fuming.
like almost in tears. Like he would give it to me so
Like,
hard.
what would he say something to you where you would be that fired up?
Well, he'd just make like little comments like every time we play another good D-man, he'd be like, oh, best D-man in the league, best D-man, like telling this to the whole team. And I'd be like, motherfucker, you know, but
just
I don't know,
challenge
he
here.
just challenged me all the time. And like sometimes like one time, like I was playing well, like rushing the puck end to end, like getting scoring chances. Like, you want to be a forward? You want to be a forward? Throws me out there on forward for a shift.
No.
Yeah. And then I went to the face off, a puck came on the wall. I think I made the play. I don't remember. And then I came off. I didn't even care what was happening in the play. I just came off the ice, yelling at him the whole way across the ice to the bench. Hopped onto the bench, still yelling at him. And we used to have some good battles, me and him. But
So you were on Millionaires Row. We heard about
yes,
Millionaires
that was
Row.
a funny one too. I was the last one to join. Yeah. That was funny though. It was like me, Kopi, Carts, Mike Richards.
You almost like want to head
Yeah, I
over.
was
That's a
like,
pretty exclusive group. You know?
Finally, I'm in.
You're like, you're
Yeah.
throwing pizzas on purpose. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, it didn't last too long because he needed to play us. He just had too many guys.
When you say he pushed the right buttons, like he would just like know how to get under your skin. Do you think, did it ever become to the point where you felt it was like he was being unfair?
Well, he's still playing 30.
No, he was never unfair.
In a sense of like stirring it up for
you're
no
picking
reason,
on me.
where you're like, I feel like this
Well,
is more
yeah.
mind
Doing,
games than
yeah.
pushing my buttons.
Yeah, I definitely felt that at times, but I'm an emotional guy. Like I take things hard and, you know, things like that. So maybe I was wrong, but there's times when I was like, this is unnecessary. But again, now that I look back at it, I don't think any of it was unnecessary.
Even like there wasn't a chance that he was like, maybe I'm pushing this guy so hard he could be like, fuck this, I want out. Or with the older guys in there, like, just relax.
That was the thing, is we had that group of leaders we talked about, and like we were all so close together that we almost like, it was almost like we ignored him in a way and just like pushed him off. Like, yeah, he did his things and we get on some of our nerves, but we always had guys to like rejuvenate us and stuff like that.
Was he ever hard on Kopi?
I was just gonna ask
No,
that.
Yeah.
no. Kopi's the
He's the
only
one
guy.
guy, yep.
The only guy he was never hard on. I don't know. Kopi just is like even keel, just like, you know, like no ups and downs, just plays the same way. Like, yeah, he didn't really have much to get on him about, to be honest. But like me and Quickie, other guys on the team,
He must have
was
given
hard
it to
on.
Greener sometimes.
Yeah, but not so much.
Okay.
Because Greener was for the team, would eat a puck with his face, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and played hard.
Was it
there
Robin
was
Regier
times
here too the first time?
Yeah,
he won it?
but he loved Robin
Oh,
too.
I would imagine he'd
Love-
want him to be
He had
his
him in
son.
Calgary,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, they were in
yeah.
Calgary
He's
together.
just like,
Yeah.
he's just unadopted.
A
son.
Western boy.
Yeah,
Goalie.
like he loved Robin, loved him.
That was his.
He didn't really like college players though. He had a thing against college
I've
players.
always there's some Canadian guys who don't
Yeah.
love college players.
Yeah.
100%.
Didn't have a ton though.
Old
did you?
school. I don't think Terrian loved college guys very much either.
No, I don't think he loved anyone.
Yeah. No, he rolled a cigarette smoke in your face. He didn't give a fuck. Did you ever kind of get mixed up and like have fun like celebrity interactions, like you know, like Will Ferrell and all that? You ever?
Oh
like,
yeah,
have-
yeah. The Will Ferrell's around quite a bit.
Right.
We've like played 2-touch with him before the games and stuff like that. I mean, there's been so many other celebrities, and like I can't even recall right now, but like there's honestly been tons.
And you said you stay here in the summers too?
Yeah, I just started doing that.
So
I
it's
miss
like-
going back home, but
Really?
yeah, I do miss it. But I remember when I was younger, like some of the older guys, like Stoley and Greener, the guys I always hung out with, they would like stay here all summer and they'd tell me all the stories about how amazing it was. I was like, no, London's the best. London's the best. I love London. But now that I've stayed here, I'm like, oh man, I missed out on so much stuff here in LA. Like it is the best. Some of these beach volleyball tournaments and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
That's the one I've heard of, that big one.
6-man.
4th of July or
Oh
something.
my God. So you start playing at like 7:30 in the morning. So you kind of start drinking by then. And obviously by 4
5
p.m. it's
PM.
getting pretty tough to play.
Teddy's around too. His girl's
Yeah.
pretty good. Wasn't she a pro?
Olympian, yeah.
She's
Yeah.
on your team.
I should recruit her. It's only men's. There's like a men's division and women's, so it's not co-ed. But yeah, I hang out with Teddy quite a bit out here.
Oh,
the
he's
best.
he's
You guys have
he's-
the same
He's
dentist.
scouting from Montreal, right?
Yeah, he is. But it
I wanna
seems like
read
he's
his
always
scouting
here,
write-up.
so I don't know what he's doing. But no, I love that guy. Makes me laugh more than a lot of people do. Yeah,
You remember when the Coyotes put me in the playoffs against you guys, and I was running around trying to hit you, and I kept
Yeah.
hitting the glass, and you were laughing at me the whole game.
you'd be
Just
yelling.
like
You'd
that.
be yelling from the bench. Yeah, and I was, oh, that's funny.
You were
I do
giving it to
remember
him?
that. I
He'd be like,
do.
you can't even come near me. Like I kept bumping into the glass, and I'm like, I'm gonna get you. And he's laughing. He's like, what is this guy
Yeah.
even doing out
Never
here
got
against
him.
me?
And you never got a piece
Never
of
got a
him?
piece
I'm
of
sure he got me at some point,
No,
but
No shit.
No.
I do recall laughing like as he hit the glass. Yeah.
Like those runs must have been so fun. Like, I remember your fans were hardcore. You guys used to have
yeah.
you remember the heckler behind the bench? This guy would give it to me every time.
In LA? Oh, I didn't know about
Oh,
this guy.
buddy, he was
I don't remember that.
for at least a couple
It was
years.
You just
me.
hated
It was
Biz.
me yelling at Biz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
That was just the coach Biz.
Yeah.
No, but it was because I'd started Twitter then, and this guy would just be all over me, like, "Oh yeah, you gonna tweet about that, Biz? Yeah, you haven't gotten a shift the whole fucking period." Like just all time. He was just getting my feelings.
Those years in between the cups, like those battles with the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those were fun.
I think 5 years. They got 3, you got 2. So
Yeah.
if you got past them, you could have had even more,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. We had a couple conference finals. They won
7.
one. Then we won one in game 7. But man, they were so good. Like so good. That was a lot of fun battling them actually.
That was when
But it took a
Martinez-
lot out of us though.
Yeah.
Like that was like 3 years in a row and we were crushed by the Fort. We didn't even make playoffs the year after we won the cup.
In
Really?
15?
Pretty sure.
or
Maybe I just made that
13.
up. Maybe.
No.
I don't know. We're not going to fact check you.
And
We
like,
might
all-
have actually lost in the first round, actually. I don't remember.
It was
But we
all-
were gassed. Like,
Yeah.
gassed.
all you guys in your prime, like you,
Yeah.
Opie, Kane,
Yeah.
Taves, like all that.
Yeah.
That was fucking incredible. Hockey.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, then there was like a time where things changed, right? It was like
Yeah,
a couple rough. That must have been frustrating.
that was
for you.
brutal.
'Cause
Just
you're used to winning. You're used to competing in the spring, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden,
it was brutal. And then like I signed my long-term contract here. Like in my prime, I was probably like 28. I don't even know what I was, but then we decided to rebuild, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like
I know.
I understood why. Like, and it has come to fruition now. Like now we're got a good squad, but like at the time, I was like, that was tough times for me because like people were doubting me now. Because I mean, when you're playing on a shitty team, like there's not much you can do. You're just gonna eat minuses. And,
Especially a defenseman.
yeah, like at 30 minutes, and obviously I'm gonna be minus 30 or whatever. You know what I mean? And people were doubting me, so that was a tough time. I mean, not that tough. I can handle it, but
Yeah.
you know, that was.
But winning
toughest.
before makes it even harder.
Exactly.
Mm.
And like it's been now you like really realize how hard it is to win. Like it just felt
Yeah.
didn't feel easy by any means, but it was happening easily. So Yeah, that was shitty.
How excited were you when, the last year they announced that they're doing the 4 nations and then Olympics coming up?
Yeah.
Because you missed out on best for a few years.
Yeah, I was super pumped. Obviously, last year I broke my ankle, so I thought my chance on 4 nations
That was preseason,
gone.
wasn't it?
Yeah, preseason.
Dude.
And then found out that Petro had pulled out and kind of came back a little early with my ankle just because I was like, I want to be on this fucking team. And didn't play great by any means, but made the team. And then, won another cup or whatever.
Another best on best.
Are you like, how do you feel? You mentioned how you kind of get a little bit more nervous and the anxiety builds as you get later in your career. How much pressure are you putting on yourself for making this Olympic team, and how much is it on your mind right now?
It's on my mind all the time. Injury happened the other night. First thing was thinking about that.
How long
instantly. Yeah, exactly. And I want to make this team so fucking bad. And I do believe I can be on this team, and I have played well this year. But that's all I think about. And I don't have extra pressure where I have like anxiety about performing well, but I've definitely put pressure on myself that you got to go out there and earn the spot.
Do you view it as it could be your last opportunity just because time? It's
like
4 more years. I mean, hey, listen, I still believe you could play on a high level, but at that time you'd be what, 39, 40 years old?
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like this will probably be the last one if I can get it. So that's obviously one of the reasons I want to make it, but the main reason is I still want to prove I'm one of Canada's best defensemen, and I want to go win another gold medal. And man, we have a great squad, and I think we can win a gold medal.
Fucking right.
Yeah, that squad's unreal.
Not if you listen to these idiots.
Well, we're American.
US is fucking good too.
Thank you.
Get me wrong.
Yeah,
they're really good, and arguably maybe outplayed us a little bit in that final game, but Binner fucking had a game and
showed up,
came up in the clutch.
He's something else in the big games, man.
Yeah,
that guy.
Those are my favorite players. Those type of guys.
Yeah, because you are one of them.
Yeah, I know.
True.
No, but
what do the guys say like when Kempe resigned? Because it was taking a little while.
Yeah. Well, it was like
you knew he wanted to be here.
Yeah,
I was actually shocked it was that low.
I know.
I think he did it. He spoke to me about it, and like, I don't want to fuck the team and all that. And I was just like, hey, like, now my contract kind of looks like I'm in a way fucking the team. You know what I mean? But you go take what you're worth, and like, don't worry about that. The cap's going up. They'll figure things out. You go take what you're worth. But he definitely took a little bit of a pay cut.
Oh yeah, I thought he was going to come in at like the 12 number.
Yeah, and he could, man. This guy's a
talk about the bigger the game.
Yeah,
that guy in the playoffs.
Oh, I mean, he was so good, eh?
It's crazy.
And he's a two-way player.
Oh yeah,
like I don't know if he's PKing much right now, but they've switched things around. But he's PKer, responsible, defensively, hits guys. Like he's really good.
Is there anyone that you have an ongoing rivalry with in the NHL right now? I remember
personally.
Yeah, because I felt like that it was Kachuk. You guys.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah,
you guys had some amazing battles.
Yeah,
like to where like I would want to watch games because I was like, okay, are they going to get into it again? You guys be bickering, and it got like I'm sure now that he's over there in the East, I'm sure it's not as hot.
Yeah, it's not the same
thing like that. No,
I don't. I'm trying to think if I have like one guy these days. I always seem to have one guy at least back in the day, but lately it doesn't seem like it.
That's the veteran in you.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna bother.
No, maybe, but I kind of like it. It brings the best out of me. You know, I usually play well when I have something else like that, but I got to go find it.
When you said that,
make something up like Jordan used to do. Like,
you
hear what that fucker says? I didn't say nothing. I literally didn't say a word. No, you said my mom wears army boots, motherfucker.
Call me a jive
fuck you up, bitch. I'm gonna lay you up for 40. We get 45 piece.
Man, I just asked for a signed.
What about because you were in that position at one point and coming into the league, this Schaefer kid, like what he's doing?
Yeah, I haven't even seen him play a game. I've seen his highlights, like on Instagram or whatever, and shit, he looks good, man.
It's crazy.
I actually should just sit and watch a game. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, he's pretty dynamic.
He's your new rival. Did you hear what he said about Dewey?
Yeah. If I went after that guy, their whole team would be coming after me.
Put it on our quote board for Instagram.
Hey, when you said that Greener or Stoley might be like giving it to you a little bit now in your role, like say Byfield, or have you been like, hey, sometimes I gotta let these guys.
I don't necessarily like yell at him in front of the whole team unless I feel like it's necessary, but I'll have like private talks with them and be like, yo, you can't be doing that. But I definitely keep guys accountable. And you don't keep guys accountable the same way. Like even coaches can't really keep guys accountable the same way. It's just different time.
Right.
But no, definitely.
Oh, could you imagine how bad some of these guys would crumble if Sutter was still around?
It would be hilarious. That's what I say to the guys when they
you have no idea.
Current coaching. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea.
What's the hardest part about that? And maybe how, I don't want to call it soft. It's just times are changing, right?
Yeah.
Like what do you make of that as a veteran? You roll your eyes a lot. You just
you roll your eyes a lot, and then you just kind of try to put things into perspective for them. But I mean, I'm sure when I first came in, you older guys were like, "Oh, this guy's soft too." You know, it's just the way it goes in life. But yeah,
you're right. They would tell us like, you have no idea.
Yeah,
imagine when the guys who had like Toe Blake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Quickie's obviously gone. Brown retired. It's you and Kopi, and he announces this is it.
Yeah.
And we were talking a couple episodes ago, like he could easily not have this be his last year.
Oh, easily. He's playing good.
Yeah, like he still has he's still so good. So were you almost like, dude, not yet?
Oh yeah, but this was before we're like golfing at the end of the season this summer, and I was like, buddy, you don't retire yet. Like, come on, man. Like, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden he came back next summer. We didn't really talk about it, and then all of a sudden I heard about the announcement. I was like, bro, what the fuck? But I mean, he loves the game and he loves hanging with the guys and playing the actual games. But I think the grind of like getting ready for the season, working out. I mean, he's in the training room for an hour every day, like getting things right. Like that's the part that, and his kids are getting older. He wants to be there more with his kids and stuff. So I understand.
Yeah,
but it's going to be weird. Like,
you're saying
I played every year with him.
He's an hour on the table getting fired up just so it can be systems go.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. He's not going to play, but he's just in there and like getting his body ready.
Are you
a
guy who's on the table all the time or not?
I'm on there a lot more than I ever was. Definitely. I try to take care of my body now. Like I try to eat healthy. Try not to drink as much. But when I was younger, I didn't.
Oh, you would eat anything.
Didn't do shit. We didn't even
like Roy
work
Hobbs.
out.
You like the natural kind of.
Yeah, exactly. No,
we didn't even work out or anything when like my first
in the
8
summers.
Years. I'd work out in the summers,
but
during the year,
4 times a week. Yeah, but during the year, it didn't touch a weight.
No,
not once. No, it's way different now.
Yeah.
I mean, had I done some of that stuff when I was younger, body might feel a little better now.
I think it worked out all right, though.
I'm not changing. I don't want to change nothing.
Don't change anything.
I won't change much. Yeah, man. Like we actually had Gabrick on the podcast recently.
Oh, I didn't listen to that one.
Yeah, and he just talked about
awesome.
when he came over and how he was actually thinking about quitting hockey. Like, what was it, 6 months
before? No, that season.
Yeah,
he got hurt.
His collarbone.
And he said right after that injury in Columbus, he's like, I think I'm done. And then you guys traded for him and he had 14 goals in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He was insane.
He was clutch.
And that was the one when you were down 3-0. And he said that the feeling in the locker room, you guys never really like panicked and you were like, no, I think we can actually rattle 4 off. So like it was just
I'm sure. I mean, once we got 2 in, then I was like, oh, we can come back. But there's no way I was thinking when we were down 3, like, oh, we're coming back. Like, you're going to go out there and play your hardest, obviously, and like think it's possible. But there's no way personally that I was thinking we're coming back.
The flight to London was already
yeah. Hey, boys, we're going to have a longer summer.
Start up the pontoon.
But seriously, that's for real what I was thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Hey boys, I'll be back Wednesday.
Group chat.
Get the beers lined up.
I had 2 short summers in a row. Finally wanted a full one.
Who's picked me up from the airport?
Yeah. Fuck, that's brutal.
Has your training in the summer been like different now? Like, are you like, oh shit, I gotta like, my foot speed, I need.
Yeah, like they even had a meeting with me at the end of the season. Like, you need to pick up your speed and. My speed basically dropped because of my ankle surgery last year. Like, that was brutal last year. Like, I didn't practice the entire season, just play games, playing on pain things to play. But yeah, so I worked my ass off this summer, got in the best shape of my life. Didn't drink for 8 weeks. Never done that in my life.
What did it feel like?
I mean, you feel so good, but I also couldn't golf because I got a second surgery. So if I could have not drank but still played golf,
Oh yeah.
So you couldn't
I
do
would
the
have been
two things
okay.
you like to do.
My two most like
You need that. In the
social things, like
Couple
and like
years in
so I
golf.
felt great, and I got like more shit done like around the house, and I was doing a lot more like with the kids and stuff like that. So that part was all good, but you need that me time, and that's
you
what I
you
do.
get
in
pretty
me
good
time.
sleep when you go off the sauce too.
That
right?
too. That too.
After the first
Yeah.
month, you're just like, oh, this is way better.
Yeah, and the body feels good, but I wouldn't say it's way better.
Stevie Y and all those guys asked me to like test you in this interview.
Who did?
Stevie Y and the gang.
Yeah.
Isn't he involved?
What?
Stevie Y?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's on.
He's like, dude, he's the Detroit GM.
No, I thought maybe he was involved with Team Canada. I'm sure they consult with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can move on.
No, but the month I didn't drink, I was like, I thought I'd feel a little better than this. Not gonna lie, like it's good, but it
Oh, yeah?
wasn't like I felt incredible. You're saying you sleep like
I think
Like
you
an
sleep
angel.
better. Yeah.
I
Well, you
don't
pee
know.
the bed when you're
Yeah, I do.
sober, so you
He's dead sober.
He's one of
You
those.
ever wet the bed?
No, but I've played. I had a roommate that used to do that, and so we'd like wake up drinking and hear the washer boom, 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 boom. Like,
Isn't there a
Did it again.
story of you pissing your pants during a game? Is that not you? Maybe
No.
that's Dan
No, that's
Pye.
Stevie Eiserman.
No, it wasn't Stevie Y.
Maybe
there's
that's
a
Dan
story of a
Paye.
guy-
How do you mix up Dan Paye and him?
I thought maybe it was him for some reason, like because I
No.
feel like silly things happen to you.
I have some of those types of stories, but not.
No, that-
Let's indulge.
No, these
you
are
gotta
not
keep 'em in.
tellable. No.
No potty talk.
I'm trying to like think when we played against you, memories I have, and one of them was you crushed Halsey.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
That had to be
yeah.
one of your biggest hits.
That was a big one. Yeah, he just like head down
Oh,
off the
afternoon
pass,
game.
and I was like,
Afternoon game here.
Yeah.
He went down the left boards, head down for
Yeah.
like 8 minutes, and he just prawn-walled him from.
yeah,
That was a big one.
yeah, and then yeah, Theo Peckham stepped in, and then Wayne Simmons came to like stand up for me, and then tore his meniscus in the process. So
Oh, really?
that was shitty.
Simmered.
He was my roommate at the time, I believe.
He was tough as shit.
So tough.
Yeah.
One of the first year we both made it, Wayne decided to fight either 2 or 3 times in preseason against it was against Colorado or something, and then made the team.
That's how he pretty much
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a gamer. Good net front guy.
yeah, played hard.
Looked skinny, but he was like dense. Like he would like if he would reverse hit
Yeah.
you and
Oh yeah.
His upper body was big, but his legs were like toothpicks.
yeah, and he
Yeah.
would chuck him too. He would stand in there and throw him. He was, he was a gamer.
So when we get a bagger with you and it's us 3, who are you 2 guys?
I mean, that's gonna be a tough decision. I mean, I
You
think
have too many
I think I would bring Kopi with me because me and Kopi were partners a lot when we play golf, and we played lots of random people, and we don't lose too often.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe Greener. Got to get Greener.
Greener's
Does he play
ass.
golf?
He's ass, but
But he's
We
probably the
could bring
same as
him.
Biz.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
he's
that's
a
true.
comedian.
I don't think Greener would do it.
I asked.
I
him
don't
when
know if he would
out
do it
here,
either.
He said no.
No,
No.
he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do an interview,
I'm-
but golf's different if he's doing it and Kopi's doing it.
No, when I asked him
That's
to do
true.
an interview, he said no. And I said, what about golf? He goes, only thing
No.
I'd rather do less than an interview is golf on camera.
I can maybe convince him.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
It would be
Oh, that would be
incredible.
so fun. Do you have any weird hobbies that we don't know about? Like you said,
No.
all you do is drink and golf. Other than that, you know,
They're pretty,
pretty
normal.
much it.
No,
That's the
I,
extent of it.
I mean, I used to be big into tennis, kind of retired that. I'm mostly just like a sports person, like
Watching sports only.
watching sports. That I don't watch movies. I just watch sports.
NHL?
There will
Like,
be
not
blood.
really.
No.
Never hockey. Playoff hockey, yes.
we heard
But-
about this fantasy league, like underground fantasy league throughout the NHL. Like 10
Yeah.
teams are involved.
Yeah.
Are you involved in that?
Yeah.
And
Are we,
Quickly,
is
right?
this allowed to even be a thing?
yeah, of course.
It's just fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah.
San
I
Jose's
am.
in first, Revo was telling
Yeah,
us.
we were in second. We dropped to fourth. Made an interesting trade.
Who runs that?
Me.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you're getting judged on your
Wait,
deal.
you run the
Well,
league?
I got convinced on this deal. Like I talked to all the boys that are involved in it, and we make decisions together. But we traded HN and London for Gibbs and Metcalf,
Okay.
and we thought like Gibbs is one of the best in the league, so we wanted him, and we were willing to get rid of London and take Metcalf. But HN's stayed hot. Like he's-
Really?
Yeah.
London was sick against the Pats,
Yeah, he might be hurt now though.
so you might have lost that game. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting that you're going to the boys and you're like really digging deep into this.
Well, because I don't want to have all the responsibility when we lose. Yeah. But it's been actually a lot of fun.
You'll never leave here, probably. Like, not even hockey wise. Like, when you're done someday.
I think I'll live here for the rest of my life. And I was always the guy that's like, I'm going back to London. I'm a hometown boy. And then like stuff happened in my life, and the kids are just like dialed here. There's like so much things to do with the kids. Like, it's
how old are your kids?
Outrageous. I got an 8, 6, and one turning 3 tomorrow.
Wow.
All girls. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and now they got their friends, they got their school.
Exactly. And then like, I mean, I'll definitely do something after I'm done playing. I don't know what it is. Might be coaching. It might be, I don't know, doing something like what you guys do, or media or something. I don't know, but man, it's so good to. I love hockey. Like, I'll never stop loving hockey. But yeah, it's a great place to live. Can golf all year round.
You're saying though, when it's all said and done, you're gonna have to keep the wheels spinning. You don't think you'll?
Oh, 100%.
You wouldn't be able to take a year.
No, and I always thought I was like the best chiller, just like sit on my couch and hang out. But like, no, I'll miss that fire. I don't know. Obviously, coaching is probably the closest thing you can get to like regaining that fire.
Because you're down at ice level.
Yeah, and like you feel it, like,
yeah.
oh, like I helped this guy get better. You know, like he scored a big goal, or yeah, you're in the moment, like celebrate on a goal type thing. So I think that's probably the road I'll go. But I don't know. Things could change.
Do any of the girls play hockey?
No, my middle one was doing well, and then her like skating coach moved away. She needed a new skating coach, and she just like, I'm quitting. And then I was like, okay, no problem. And then she's like, I'll skate again once you skate, Dad, because I was injured. And then we just never went. She never wanted to go back on the ice.
You came back. She's like, I'm all set.
Yeah, I don't want to get hurt, but no, they're more into like dance. They're into tennis now, so I'm pumped about that. I love going to watch them.
Golf would be nice.
Golf would be sick.
Did you get talked into a Taylor Swift concert?
Yeah, I did, and I'm not necessarily a huge Taylor Swift fan. Like, I like my rap and stuff like that, but one of the best concerts 100% I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was
SoFi?
sick.
The Eras
SoFi. Yes.
So, yeah.
The documentary's coming out about that. Like, why do I know that? I don't know. I saw the commercial. I think I want to see it based on the fact that each show was like 3.5 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she's talking about it. She's
You
like,
went to a couple?
Yeah, 2 of them. It's insane. The product is
It's so good,
a
man.
joke. How
What's
good.
the cost for tickets?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
big
You
dough.
don't look at prices.
No. You?
But like, and the crowd is bananas
Yep.
too.
You leave there,
Like-
your head's fucking
Yeah, it was like,
spinning.
it was like,
Would you be getting into every song, giving her one of the
no, I would be like singing it with the kids and stuff like that. But no, I'm not like, no.
When the season
No.
ends, do you and the fam
Was
go
that a
away?
bad- was that a bad example of you
I
dancing?
was, yeah.
Show me show me how you would be dancing at a Taylor Swift show.
I wasn't dancing. I was just, well, maybe just like some rock
Bobbing,
course with
little
the kids.
more bobbing.
You gotta
Bouncing
get
them up
them.
and down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Moving your shoulders,
Yeah.
getting loosey goosey.
How would you? You'd be like humping the air. Everyone's like, dude, there's kids here. What are you doing?
No,
Yeah.
I'd probably Bob, like he was talking about, kind of get into it. Maybe
It'd be impossible to go to her show and not be bobbing
into it.
and
That's what I'm
sing-
saying.
Yeah.
You got 3 daughters. I thought maybe they'd kind of suck you into like, spinning them around and
Yeah.
stuff. And
I was doing a little bit of that. They were addicted to like trading those bracelets. Like all the older people were giving them bracelets, and that's all they ended up caring about was collecting these bracelets.
Really? You guys go
Distracting.
away as a family, like after the season every year? Like, do you do a bunch of traveling?
Not really, because like the kids finish the school year later here, so like that happens, and then they just want to go back to my cottage back home in Grand Bend, Ontario, and so we go there, and it's awesome.
Right on the lake?
Right on the lake, got a beach right off the property, boat, Sea-Doo. It's close to London, so I get to see a lot of family and friends.
I would 100% pegged you as a Sea-Doo guy.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Kenny
like
Powers?
I love it.
can
Man,
see
that's
him.
the best show. Actually, I have a funny story. We went to the Playboy Mansion one year for Halloween, and I dressed up as Kenny Powers. I was like in the prime of Kenny Powers, and all of a sudden this guy in a Santa Claus outfit like walks up to me, and he just like rips his beard down, and it was like Stevie, like his sidekick that shaves his eyebrows from the show.
No
So,
way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone shaved their eyebrows?
Well, in the show,
You
the
haven't
cat-
watched the show?
You got to
These
see.
TVs
He only
hilarious.
watches There Will Be Blood. It's like a thing.
It's crazy.
He
Never
won't
heard
watch
of it.
another movie or show, so he doesn't know Kenny Powers.
You should watch. It's so
You would
funny.
love
No, I actually seen Eastbound and Down. I think I watched the first 2 seasons.
All the
Oh,
I
he
just don't
shaved it
remember
in
the
the
guy
third.
having the shaved eyebrows.
He shaved it later
Is that-
on.
oh, that's
all
the
the
like
feet.
You might not have
peasant.
shaved it when you
yeah, the
watched.
peasant. Yeah. His like sidekick that does everything.
Yeah.
You gave us enough of your time, buddy. We know you got to go.
We got to
Thank
do
you.
rollback. Last question.
Last question presented by Rollback. Go to rollback.com. Use code Chiclets for 20% off your first order through the end of this week. Hoodies, polos, joggers, swim trunks
Read.
at rhoback.com. Use code Chiclets, CHICLETS.
Wow.
So I've finally
That
memorized
was
that one.
impressive.
Do you know how much longer you want to play? It's kind of hard being put on the spot.
Yeah.
Last question.
No.
Year by
as long
year.
as I can play.
Yeah.
It's like the
long-
worm, and you're with the worm now.
Yeah.
Until he gets
and
kicked out
I
of the
honestly
league.
believe as long as I stay healthy, I got quite a few years left in me. Like I'm
Nice.
not the type of player that's, based off speed or anything, just kind of think my way out there. So
Positioning.
yeah, I think I can play for a good amount of years.
Fuck yeah.
And that's my
Love
hope.
that.
Yep.
What's it like playing with the worm now?
Oh man, I've known the worm forever.
Long time.
We hung out in London for a long time. Like I met him when I was 15. So I've known Worm for, whatever that.
He's
math is.
lighting it up to start the year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he's the best. Like he's so funny.
Yeah, he's
Gets-
awesome.
Oh, he's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
dude.
thank you,
That was
guys. That was
awesome.
awesome.
Appreciate
That was
it.
a lot
So
of fun.
Guys, let's take a moment and talk about Sport Clips. Classic rookie mistake is not going to Sport Clips haircuts. Guys come in looking like they've just been sacked by a 250-pound linebacker, but walk out looking like a first-round pick superstar. Sport Clips stylists have the playbook for a clean cut. They've mastered the X's and O's of men's hair. And with the MVP haircut experience, you get a hot steam towel, a massaging shampoo, and that precision cut. It's the whole 9 yards. When you step into Sport Clips, you're walking into a zone for guys. The games are on. The stylists just get it. This is a place designed for guys to win and walk out with a haircut ready for the highlight reel. Sport Clips, it's a game changer. Thank you so much to Drew Doughty. Awesome guy. That was a lot of fun sitting down with him. Long overdue. Be great to get him on when he retires too. I think one of the hardest I've ever laughed is him saying like I love to drink and golf, and I gave up drinking and I couldn't golf, so that was a real battle of the summer. But awesome guy and an awesome player. Before we go to RA's World, good news. As owners, the ECHL strike is over. Biz, it might have been you cross at the picket line. That was big of you, but very happy that it was figured out. Both sides worked together. Not exactly sure what happened, but maybe we can get into that at a later date. But it's over. ECHL is back on. Let's bring in RA. I don't know what he's got.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to RA's World. Here, the Spittin Chiclets podcast. Boys, I missed you last week. It was the Christmas holiday. I want to check in and see how everybody's day went. Let's go to you first, Keith. How was your holiday?
It was great. Had a great day. Kind of past the, I missed the stages where Whit was at with the little kids, the excitement. Like, I had to wake up my kids on Christmas morning, but awesome day. Spent it with, friends and family. Bounced around a friend's house on Christmas Eve. Bounced around a friend's house on Christmas Day, seeing what the kids got for gifts. So great couple days. Weather was perfect. So, yeah. How about you? How was yours?
Pretty chill. I did most of my family stuff the night before. I had a dinner at my aunt's up in Woburn, and honestly, actually, Christmas Day was kind of just another day. I had really nothing going on, and I was going to hang out with the old man, but I hate to keep bitching about this. I don't think it's sciatic or anything like that. I got a nerve or a disc
Still
issue.
going, all right.
Yeah.
Have you seen a doctor?
I have. Yeah, I know people. Go to the doctor. I was supposed to start physical therapy the other day, and the dude's like looking at me. He's like, I can't beat you up with physical therapy now. You got to like. He set me up with another appointment, and like the doctor's like, all right, come back in a week. If this is still doing something, we'll get an MRI. You know how it is down here. They wait till fourth down to order a fucking MRI for you. So I've had sciatica before. I suspect this might be a little bit more. But either way, yeah, I hung up, watched Christmas movies, Bad Santa, It's a Wonderful Life, awesome flick. I love watching that.
There
every
will
year.
be
So-
blood.
RA, may I recommend a Thai
Please.
lady's big toe in your arsehole? to maybe work out some kinks. I'm telling you.
You know what? I got one of those biz when I was down at Aruba back in May. There was a Thai massage lady there. She pummeled me, beat the fucking brakes off me, and I felt great walking out of there. But I don't think I would probably need a wheelchair getting out of there if I tried it again right now.
All right, it's not your that area that's bothering you. Like when's the last time you put your leg up on the couch and stretched out your quad and your hip flexor?
Yeah, it's what's around there.
It's usually other things that are causing that. So you need to get the wicked lot of fat and yoga going. You need to move your body around. You need to let your joints breathe. You know what you need? And you could do the next podcast with it is an inversion table. You have
a sex thing?
Buddy, it'll decompress your spine and all your joints. I used to have one. I loved it. I had to, the ex took it with the dog. So I don't have it anymore.
Yeah. I was so.
I'm fucking around. Yeah. I was just kidding, buddy.
I was hurting enough that I had to miss the Warren Tab Christmas party. So that'll give you an idea of the level.
What?
I'm sure that didn't get to the same level without you there, RA. You probably upped that thing a couple notches every year.
Yeah, it's a good time. Well, actually, a pretty cool story. One of a guys who played the Chiclets Cup for us, Ian Downs, he's a London police officer, London, Ontario. Me and G met him a few years ago, and we did a little scouting trip up there. He was in town for the Sens game, and he's like, "Hey, let's get a pint, RA." And I was like, "But I'm dying." I said, "But go, my friends at the Warren Tavern, this Christmas party, go there." So he ended up meeting up with friends of mine. Actually, he had a Brady Tkachuk shirt on, and one of the Tkachuk's cousins was there. So it was pretty cool. At least kind of had to get some friends hang out from Canada and Charlestown and get together and have a few pops. So it's a little vicarious thing.
Can you walk? Can you go for walks or no?
I think you need a cane. We should get you a pimp cane.
I do. Yeah. I got to get a shillelagh. A pimp cane or a shillelagh is better than the 78-year-old fucking cane I got right now. But yeah,
do you have the cane with the four things, the four on the bottom?
No, Walker. No, not yet. Walker with the 4 tennis balls, 2 tennis balls. No, just the cane now. Yeah. I got the process going, like I said, to get better. It's just been frustrating, but whatever.
Different type of cane you're used to.
Yeah, I'm into the RA cane era.
Oh yeah,
I think if you have
is that a lingo, or is that what you're talking about, a cane to help walking?
No, you should have. If anybody's listening and you do custom carpentry, maybe we'll get Billy G.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as an Irish guy, I got to do a shillelagh. I think that's the best look. The old school leprechaun cane. But anyways, we can move.
On, we're not moving on.
Okay, I know.
Billy G's listening, or anybody else who has a wood shop, is you need to make RA a special cane that has a warthog at the top as the part that you put your palm on, but it's also used as a bomb. You can have it as a smoke pipe. So it's a multi-purpose smoking cane. Anything else that you guys think that he should have on there as a memento?
Yeah, you can. I mean, with those nice wooden ones, you could carve in put the monument on there for RA. Put a Chiclets.
If Billy G's witty, exactly what I look like. If Billy G did it, he would probably design it like Yoda's cane. That he's a big Star Wars guy like myself. So
that's right.
Yeah. You have absolute power.
Yeah.
So whatever. I hate bitching about it. So you guys were just talking about the juniors a minute ago. I got to shout out Latvia. They miracle hit for me the other day. I bet that it was on shout out DraftKings that it would be tied. The game would be tied after the first and tied after 60 minutes. You know what that was? 50-1.
Oh,
what?
My God, RA.
How much you sprinkle on it, RA?
I had just small. I had a C note on it. It's like a little nice little
fuck does
back
that
there. 100.
$100.
So 100. I made five.
That paid $5K.
5 dimes on that one, and then another one I totally forgot all about. It was double chance that after 60 minutes, either Latvia would be up or the game would be tied. You had 2 options, and that hit too. So that was a 20-1 pop. So. Shout out to my friends in Latvia.
That's a quick $7,000, RA.
Yeah, of course, we're not going to talk about the 74 other futures props I might have had underneath it, but definitely a profitable day. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Latvians, no doubt about it. And I know you boys brought up.
Had a future on the Russians taking it home.
Hopefully, yeah, they give me my dough back for that. But no,
Team Somalia getting past getting into the medal rounds.
Team Somalia making $10 billion in 2025. That hit for 4,000 to 1.
Ignore the toddlers in the background. That's not a playpen behind me. We're just gonna move the show along here. Yes.
Imagine RA was running a Somalian daycare.
I hate
that. Would be unreal.
As a street kid hustler, great racket until they got busted.
They're making his canes, just custom canes.
I hear you guys talking earlier in the show about Mike Commodore's tweet. Well, he put up Christmas Eve, folks. Idea, maybe a dumb one, maybe not. NHL should jump on December 24th. There's nothing on. Make it yearly. He throw out Rangers, Islanders, Devils, Philly, Kings, Ducks. No travel. Sleep at home. We'll spread them out over the course of the day. I mean, I think the idea was good in spirit, but I don't know, man. I think there's 2 holidays on the calendar that are always off. Like I think of like Kelly's roast beef. Like the only 2 days they've been off ever: Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's like I just hate the idea of all these like hundreds, if not thousands of, like hardworking people have to go and, do fucking duty for like these major leagues making billions of dollars on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Those are like me, I'm a Scrooge. I'm an old grumpy guy sometimes and not the biggest holiday guy, but those are the days that are sacred, man. Like whether it's North America, you talk about, almost half the planet who celebrates Christmas, and it's not a job they sign up for, like a cop or a fireman. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to work some Christmas Eves, Christmas Days. Like, my dad would have to often, but I don't know, man. I just think what the NHL does, and also, yeah, like you said earlier, with the NHLPA negotiated this, that they don't want to fucking work on Christmas. They want the day off before, the day off after. And I like what they do. I hate how the NBA and NFL, the other day, there were 8 cities, man. Let's see, Washington, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Kansas City, New York, Oklahoma City, San Fran, LA, Denver. How many thousands of people had to like change their Christmas plans or do whatever just so these guys can go play and half-ass it and fucking on TV or some boring football game? So I love Commie. Thought it was a good idea, but I don't know. I don't think it should happen.
Oh, you thought it was a bad idea?
No, Commie thought it was a good idea to do it. I opposed them. But what about you? I'll go to you first. There's a guy who played in the league, and you guys, it's a good time for a break. What do you think? What you got?
I'm gonna hop in. I would just do it to go after Goodell. But that's more for personal reasons.
No, wait for Sunday, Biz. You got him fucking
we got him everywhere,
Sunday.
buddy. We got him cornered.
We got him right where we want him right now.
What about the 24th,
I like the idea, but I was more with you.
I think that the only way it would make sense is that 24th, like he said, Rangers versus Islanders, Jersey versus, because having played for the Rangers, when you play those teams, you're in your bed the day of. You're taking your pregame nap at your own house and then just getting a car service to the game. So, yeah, but that would you'd only be able to do that with what, 4 teams? So there'd be 2 games.
Make it 25th, 26th, 27th off and play the 24th.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Commie's idea if you do the Christmas Eve and you do it all the matchups that are that close. So you could do Seattle, Vancouver. You could do Buffalo, Toronto.
Though.
You could do the Battle of Alberta.
But those are all flights.
What do you mean?
I think Commie like stuff that's a bus ride, like L.A., Anaheim, New York, New Jersey. Like
I mean, like it's literally a 10-minute flight from Seattle to Vancouver. So I think that like despite either one, and then like I don't know if they bus or fly from Toronto to Buffalo for those games.
They must fly.
You think so?
I think so.
I mean, it's a fucking like 2-hour bus ride max. But regardless, make them for the close ones. Like that would be, I think that would be okay. Like on a Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I was just surprised how many people like fighting about it. It's like I'm like, dude, it's Christmas, man. Like you guys are arguing about making people work on Christmas, and that was my whole point of the thing is just it's one of the biggest holidays on the planet. Like don't make people work unless they sign up for a gig that is part of the gig.
Love that, alright.
Couple of awesome viral clips from the centenarian population, and Biz, that's a new word for you. It's people that are 100 years or older. 2 fantastic clips. First, we saw Mike Modano. He visited 108-year-old fan Dorothy Heckman. He hooked her up with a twig, a jersey, a few other things. And what was so nice, we all have older relatives, and you get older, you kind of not a shop. This lady's 108, knew exactly who he was, she was pinpoint, right on with it. It was just such a heartwarming video. I don't know who told Mo to go out there and do it, but it was literally like one of those ones your heart's beating nice and you got a little tear of the eye after. And of course, Saturday on Long Island, 104-year-old World War II veteran Dominic Critelli played the national anthem on the saxophone. This guy, he spent 151 days in combat, including the Battle of the Bulge, one of the bloodiest, baddest wars, World War II, and goes out there with the saxophone and nails it in front of all those people. And I don't know. I just think, Biz, it's so super inspiring to see these people that were born before the goddamn Great Depression, and they're out there living life and still with it. And I don't know, man. I don't know how you just don't get a little extra bounce in your step when you see that stuff.
Yeah, and also the change in just how the world operates to people like that must be like mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like
There was absolutely, yeah.
The technology at that time when they were born, like there was no television, no nothing. Like it is just it's a different planet essentially, and we get to live. Going back to the war veteran, we get to live in our cozy homes and unbothered as a result of their ultimate sacrifice. So especially when it's like a war veteran, man, like fucking, hey, caps off, boys.
Yeah.
Salute.
I mean, Pasha was telling me recently, with AI, this is exact words. He can hop on and dispute this.
He's intense with the AI.
He says we'll be living to 150. I said, I don't want to live to be 150. He goes, what if you feel like you're a healthy 70-year-old when you're 150?
I mean, how's that possible? Like,
that's exactly what I said. He goes, I checked under the hood of AI, and it's going to happen. So
check under this hood.
I would say this: if you told me right now I got to live as healthy as can be until 85 years old, and then it was like system done, you're done, I would take it and sign right now on the dotted line. I would get 44 more years left on this planet.
Do what your grandmother did?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think most people did I talk about that on the pod?
Yeah,
and how,
which is, I didn't even know that was a thing.
In Canada, you can basically say, hey, I've had enough. Like she was getting, it was a beautiful thing. She told my mom she got to spend the last 7-8 months, like really they were together almost every day. And she was like, no, I don't want somebody to bathe me. I had a wonderful life and my quality of life just isn't where it used to be. And she spent 96 years on the planet. And she said, peace. I'm ready to go. And I respect that.
Yeah.
All right. Like, would you now say that I don't mind pain, right? Like I think I would try to gut through it. What do you think you would do?
You know what? It's interesting. I mean, I'm only 53, and I've had some of the nights. It's like, oh my god, I would fucking do A, B, C, or D to get rid of this pain. And I look at my dad. He's 81. He had a 30-year Boston Fire career, plus all his mayhem before that. And he has aches and pains. He's up every day, gets his coffee, goes plays cribbage with the boys, plays poker. But I do think like some people just get so old, man. It's like it's a battle. I think like just the inherent will to live that human beings have versus like, man, this is just not worth fucking getting out of bed every day. The agony. But I do think that if people of sound mind and their own volition decide that they want to call it a day, like Jack Kevorkian euthanasia. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, Biz, but like, I have no problem with that. I mean, if if people aren't being swayed by others and they just, I think of Robin Williams, and everyone thought he committed suicide because of depression or whatever. No, he had that Lewy body syndrome, which was just giving him this like ridiculous like pain on a daily basis, like. And it got enough that you can't even think straight, and that's why he, according to his documentary, why he ended up ending his life.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it wasn't that he was having a bad week and a rough stretch that we all go through in life. It was just the Lewy body dementia he had. It was just like physical and emotional pain. So yeah, it is obviously a weird topic for Chiclets, but yeah, it's like this great philosophical thing, man. Like the human urge just to get up and keep living. That's what we do. Like, fuck it, man. Ding, ding. I'm tapping out, man. It's just.
Well, I could see you, RA, though. Like, I have a future that Elon Musk will be arrested by 2060. I got to live to see this thing out.
Hey, the Jeopardy offer is still open, by the way, anytime he wants.
Hey, RA.
For people who don't know, RA says he'd beat Elon in Jeopardy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see a celebrity boxing match between you two now that he's not fighting Zuckerberg. Hey, RA's gonna outlast all of us. He's gonna be he's gonna be a cockroach.
He's gonna have his cane at our funeral, and he's gonna be fucking shaking that warthog knob over my dead body.
Nice
And
knowing you, Whit.
Your body will be there, and he'll be like, "Hey, Whit, you want your one last toke?" He'll have it. Oh,
Hey,
like, sir, you can't bring that in here.
And I think genetics matter more than like actually.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm not fucking Bruce Jenner, like working out every day. Weird reference, but like no, I'm
Bruce
thinking of a
Jenner?
classic American athlete in back in the day. But like yeah, like genetics are crazy, man. Like my grandparents lived to 89 and 92 years old, and like my grandfather wasn't on he ate fucking bacon probably 80% of the days he was alive. I just think genetics have a bigger factor than like actually.
How many GG specials was he eating?
Oh, the other side of the family. So, but
He had
Okay.
one, and that's what killed him.
No, these things are money. I honestly think that Dunkin' Donuts should start serving GG specials, and their stock price would double. I'm not trying to also come off insensitive, but
no,
if I was towards the end of my time, if I was like 96 and decrepit, I think that I would just kind of go on like a drug and like fuck spree, like just go end it in style. Maybe go to like a different country. Like I would just be full of Viagra. I would probably try
heroin.
I would probably try crack for the first time. I would try it all.
Yeah.
I would try it all on the way out.
Definitely like a sort of a Grateful Dead bucket list there, Biz. I know you're saying like
100%. I would just go.
Imagine
full
Biz
Charlie
at
Sheen.
96 just going around country thumping.
Just
Fucking
like,
calling like his Rolodex,
light her into
and,
the
like all the
spoon,
daughters are answering.
I would do the full Charlie Sheen menu. I'd be like, I wonder what it's like to be a heated rivalry.
we're gonna get to that in a second, though.
I know
Hold
we
on.
are. That's why I teed you up.
Big
No
time.
pun
Oh,
intended.
before we do get to that, shout out to the original G. Oh, we love our G here, but Claude Giroux, 1,300 fucking games. I take my headphones off. I take my hat off here. Claude Giroux, 1,300 the other night. Plus, he also has 101 playoff games. Just absolute legend of the game. Absolute
Legend.
character. I mean, I'm sorry, Yandel. Let's go to you. I know you've probably bumped into him more than we have. Just
I went to the awards ceremony with him
Yeah.
1 year. I didn't even check into my hotel room.
You were his
for 3
plus
days.
one, right?
I was his plus one. That's the famous interview.
Yeah.
They poured out vodka down their throat. You go from a 6 to an 8. Good night, Jim Kite.
and well, we just mentioned our G. He's got a new ChicletsU coming out. I believe it's your alumni spot there, right? What,
Boston
BU
University,
coming out?
baby.
Cole Eisman, and I know you guys talked about the Cole Eisman, Cole Hudson stuff earlier. And I wish I had the photographer's name, but that was a wonderful picture. I know it's awful. It was an awful moment, but that's why sports photography and actual like photography matters. Like when Eisman was holding his buddy's hand there on the ice, and I text with old Eisman's dad here and there, and I goes, "Oh, I'm sure you probably saw this a million times already." And I sent it to him. He's like, "No, actually, I haven't." And he was like, "Oh wow, I didn't see that yet." And it was pretty cool to be able to share it with him. But it was just, I think, it epitomizes the sport of hockey. It's just being there for your boys, and also
David
on an
Birding,
emotional level.
the photographer, David
Thank you.
Birding.
Thank you, buddy. I should have had that back in the day.
Going back to Giroux, weird stat. He played, I think, over 900 games in Philadelphia, no car stolen, and he's played about 300.
No, I think he played 1,000 with Philly.
Okay, a little over 1,000, and then just under 300 maybe with Ottawa, and he's had 2 cars stolen. So, not really sure what's
Maybe
going on there.
Well, I mean,
Ottawa
he was a little more of a big deal, I think, in Philly, and they knew not to mess with his stuff.
He's
but
from
he's
Ottawa.
from
but
Ottawa.
it's probably his relatives.
It might be him. He might be
an
like,
inside
he might be
job.
part of this. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like fucking escrow.
I know nothing about stealing cars. I've never heard of such a vile act.
Okay. All right, so I got to get going. But
Yeah,
I'm
I know
staying
you do,
around
buddy.
for your
All right,
last
yep.
part here.
We'll get on heated rivalry. Listen, I think we checked in on it after the first couple episodes, and I could kind of compare it to like a Skinamax old school, like with the amount of sex in the show. But listen, this show is a fucking cultural phenomenon in the hockey world right now. I know we think we could be in a bubble on the internet, but like our podcast brothers at What Chaos, Pete Blackburn, DJ Bean, and the Powers brothers at Empty Netters, they've been doing weekly like recaps of these episodes. And I'll tell you, Biz, I don't know if you watched any yet. This show, episode 4, there's 6 episodes in this first season. Episode 4, this show goes from like, is this going to be like just a fuck suck fest? And then, whoa, wait a minute. It goes to this whole other level in episode 4, and it maintains it through 5 through 6. And it's like, okay, this show is a lot more important than just a couple hockey bros getting at it with each other when they're on the road.
Okay.
It's about, and I mentioned before, like I hate even like having to acknowledge that it's this era, almost 2026, and how many, gay folks we have in our life, friends, relatives, whatever, and the impact on the ice. Like, now, first off, the NHL, it's been the most inadvertent marketing campaign ever. They have nothing to do with the show, but they've probably gotten more NHL fans to come to the game because of this show, because they watch the show, they get into it, and I want to know more about hockey. And largely I would say a lot of gay guys and their gal pals who are suddenly interested in the game. But more importantly than that is the off the ice. And a buddy of mine who everyone in his world, in his circle, knows he's gay. He doesn't beat his chest about it, but he posted the other day on Instagram and said, like, people know I'm gay, but like I've never, had an out relationship. I've never been, out like that. And he said, this show, fuck that. He's like, 2026, I'm turning the page and I'm going to live like my life now. Like, so this show is inspired my buddy just to be who he is, man. And like, I can't imagine like that having to just fake it every fucking day. And I think that's something that gets overstated.
Living
like,
a double life.
Exactly. And I go back and I mean, and I don't want to be cliche here, but literally like this show is like Brokeback Mountain meets Slapshot. And that's a compliment, because those are two fantastic movies. And it's right. It's about just like, who you are and who you love, and having to like just put on a mask every day, and the emotional fucking like depression that'll give you over and over. And those last 3 episodes, man, it approached all that. It even brought in like the cultural aspect. One of the gay guys is Russia. So that whole element. And the show, man, I like I said, it's I don't know if we see it necessarily in the Chiclets like feeds and all that, but it's taken over the hockey world. It's brought in so many new fans, and it's given a lot of courage and push to a lot of people who might not have had it otherwise. So I just want to shout out to the Heated Rivalry and what it's done and what it's done for like our friends and
there's no doubt the impact, because like G just posted here, the lead actor, and it started with 5,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm not saying this is like telling you how big the show has become, but now he's got over 1 million on Instagram, on social media, right? So I just mentioned, RA, before you hop on, I don't know if you heard me, I was at Houston's, and these 2 ladies who know nothing about hockey were talking about it right next to me. Like, this is like the talk of like the female chat groups. Now, I was going to watch it, but I watched There Will Be Blood twice over the Christmas break. Like, I also heard that it's pretty graphic. Like, there's a lot of like gay fucking in it. Like, how much gay fucking are we talking here? Like, every episode, are these guys teeing off on each other?
Yeah, well, like I said, the first few episodes when we talked about it, it was like, whoa, man, this even like caught me not off guard, but it's and again, it's not like you're not seeing like when you're on YouPorn or RedTube or any of those other sites I've been rumored to hear about. But like it's obviously what they're doing. It's like I compared to old Cinemax movies. Like, you could tell they're getting at it, but you don't see full like things going in and out like a train going into a tunnel or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Softcore.
Yeah, but like I said though, in season 4, it just takes the show to like a different emotional and like humane level, where it's like, okay, this isn't just a fucking suck show. This is about what these folks go through, whether they play hockey or not. And I thought like the last, like I said, few eps just ended like brilliantly. And again, once again, shout out our boys at Wet Chaos and Empty Netters, especially the Empty Netter guys. They've embraced it. What's up, Woody?
Are they the 2 best players in the league?
Yeah, so that's what I want to explain. So it's brilliant the way they put it out. Like, they've been rivals since like when they were teenagers. They were, who's going to go number 1, who's going to go number 2. One's Russian, one's Canadian. So they've had this sort of, which I maybe, and again, I'm not applying anything at all here, but like Ovechkin, Crosby inspired, like 2 guys of the same like level of talent who were going to be like superstars in the league. So there was sort of a media rivalry with these guys before that, and one gets drafted to Boston, one gets drafted to Montreal. And,
are they the logos? Are they the actual team?
No. Well, that's what's hilarious, because like it's the NHL's getting a huge bump off this, the Heated Rivalry bump, but it's a fictional league. It's the MHL, like the Major League Hockey. So like that's a rights issue more than anything else. So it's obviously designed off the NHL. So it basically like would be Crosby and Ovechkin. If they were like, and I hate to keep going back to that, but superstar players,
thinking that.
Captains of the captains of each team, superstar players, And they've been,
Are they?
You know,
how are the hockey scenes in the show? Like pretty brutal.
I saw some of the hockey stuff. It does look like Slapshot does the best of depicting.
So does Youngblood. So does Youngblood.
Youngblood does a good job. I felt like the hockey was a little bit like they still got the ear, like the plastic earpieces in.
Kaner wears those, and Malcolm wears those.
Sid wears them.
But way cooler.
Guys, real quick, you guys were on to something there. So I just checked out Rachel Reed's website, who wrote the Heated Rivalry. One of my inspirations for Heated Rivalry was obviously the extremely entertaining rivalry between Crosby and Ovechkin.
Wow. Sid,
Yeah.
Wow.
Sid and Ovi growing the game,
Wow.
baby. It doesn't end, man. From fucking.
and
Could
what's-
you imagine that gay guys salivating over fucking Crosby's legs and ass?
I mean, the Russian in the show, the guy who plays the Russian. Holy
like
shit! I'd give my left
Megan the
leg for that.
Stallion Crosby.
What's funny too is Pete and DJ over at What Chaos. There's a fictional podcast within the show which is cleverly titled Man Increase, and DJ and Pete, they had the director of the show on, Jacob Tierney, and they were just talking shit about their fictional podcast on the show. Like, obviously to joke at me like that podcast fucking sucks, bro. You gotta like clean it up. And the director, he was like so in line with it. It was just everything. Everyone was having fun about it. So it's like this show, it's definitely had a huge cultural impact, again, on the ice, off the ice. And, I hate to even say this, it might not be everyone's cup of tea with the subject matter, but again, it's just about couple people who love each other, and it digs deep into the relationship. And I don't know, we love the show, and we love all our folks out there in that community. So, I feel like we got to sometimes maybe make that point, Biz.
First of all, couple clicks for RA for the breakdown, and also RA, like you touched on the biggest point, right? Like these guys like finally feeling like they have a voice, or at least some of them, when the show came out, and able to not live a double life, and and get that topic kind of at the front of center. And it just so happens hockey's a part of it. So I'm gonna check it out based on your recommendation and the popularity. And I just have to put There Will Be Blood on Ice for one of these nights. So how long does it take to finish it, start to finish, with these episodes? Like 40?
6 episodes, an hour each, if so minus the commercials, about 40 minutes each. So yeah, you can whiz through it pretty quick.
Boys, I'm out of here. RA, love you. RA's World, the best. Great pod. And Heated Rivalry, baby. I'll be watching it
Biz
next.
might start his both sides of the menu Charlie Sheen run today.
I might. I'm gonna beg to be in season 2. I might do like a spinoff where I go dominate the EIHL and then also go to the other side of the menu.
And
so
Biz,
who knows?
last thing before you go, we got the Duke Sandbagger this week.
We got a lot. ChicletsU coming out, and a Duke Sandbagger the next week here. So I cannot wait. Love you boys, and enjoy the rest of the show.
I'm up, Biz. I'm almost done. You could skedaddle, but just my picks on the week. NHL picks tonight. Take the Islanders minus 142 in Chicago. I think they'll have a nice bounce back.
Like
and then
that.
last week of the NFL season, it's actually great to have a couple games that like matter big time. Tampa, Carolina.
We need the Chargers to take care of Denver somehow.
I know.
But we got to get the first seed.
Are they going to play anyone though? The Chargers, are they playing for anything?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe there may be position, like playoff position.
I think they're
related,
top
but
though. No, I don't know.
So they can't
Denver
win
got
that
the
division?
Yeah. But either way, I know Baltimore, Pittsburgh, a great rivalry there. Whoever wins that is going to win the division, go on to the playoffs. And I don't know, Baltimore lost to Pittsburgh a few weeks back, 27-22. I think they bounce back. Pittsburgh did not impress me at all yesterday versus Cleveland. So I'm going to take Baltimore money line minus 180. They're about a 3.5 point favorite. But instead of like buying the juice down, just take money line Baltimore minus 180. Islanders tonight minus 142. And good luck to everybody. Boys, any final thoughts before we send it along?
No. Everyone, if you're wondering who the Duke is, I don't know how to describe him really. You got to check out the Internet Invitational. The Duke, he's from LA, wears a do-rag, horrific golfer, entertaining guy. Biz and him played me and Keith in a Sandbagger scramble. They got a shot a hole. I'm about to watch it right now. The guy's a cartoon, straight up cartoon, built in a lab. It was funny. I mean, I remember being very entertained, I'll just say, give it a whirl, and you'll see and hear and kind of maybe understand who the Duke is after seeing this guy. All right.
Wait, I watched it last night, and I completely forgot that like 4 different times he just starts freestyle rapping. And then he starts dancing. He starts doing his because he's Russian. He does his Russian dance. Like he is a straight up cartoon. But I think the fans will love it.
I think it was a 12-hole match we did, 11-hole match.
Yep.
He smoked a pound of weed.
Sounds
and
like a
he
challenge.
loved Pink Whitney too.
Oh.
Yeah, I did see with the Internet Invitational. He did absolutely a character. I did actually forget one thing, and we'll be done after this. My classic recommendation of the week. I've been kind of flip-flopping movie, TV. This week, I am going to recommend The Shield. Michael Chiklis, Walton Goggins, phenomenal, dark Banana Land show about dirty cops in L.A. One of the best finales of all time. So, yeah, this week's classic recommendation, The Shield. Check it out if you're looking for a show.
And the end of the pilot episode.
Oh yeah,
that's I remember because I remember I must have watched that 15 years ago. And the end of the first episode, I was like, holy shit, that's a great show. And kind of like, I haven't seen it in so long, but I feel like it still probably like ages pretty well.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple parts are like a little ridiculous, but overall, it's excellent. Good call.
All right, you kind of look like Michael Chiklis.
Yeah, you do. He's a Boston guy.
Yeah, just north of the city. It's funny. No, I've said for years if they ever made a movie about Gerard Gallant's life, that Michael Chiklis would have to play him.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good stuff. All right, boys. Well, have a happy New Year to our crowd out there. Have a happy New Year as well. And any final thoughts?
No, yeah, just one episode this week. We got ChicletsU dropping BU. We got the Sandbagger dropping. Back to normal schedule. And then, is there game notes this week, G?
There is a game notes, and one point, next Monday is going to be our final live show on YouTube. So Monday, 2 p.m. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. Get in the chat, get involved. But
the chat should be nice that day.
Nice.
But I love them all. I love them all, and I love you guys. And Happy New Year, everyone. Here's to new beginnings. Here's to continued success. If you loved what this past year brought, and to everyone staying happy, healthy, and we appreciate all you listeners so much. So thank you so much. Have a great one.
Arrivederci.